Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gbbc episode 5. Today is a particularly special episode because not only do we again have Mordred and Niciboy, say hi, both of you.
What's up?
None of them were highs, but we'll take it. And today will be the first GBBC that will not have a T2 coverage, right? Because T2 is still in the like for anybody that doesn't know, T2 is currently like in the hosting, like in the gathering teams, like in the registration period, I guess, So you can still go and register for the T2 trials, right? The season 2, which will be in Worlds format. So yeah, because it's in there, there's nothing particularly to cover besides, just the announcement that so it will be the first GBBC though.
Did we talk about the finals? I think we didn't, right?
We did.
We did? Okay.
Yep, we did, and we talked about the fact that there was going to be like the
No,
announcement.
wait, we didn't. No, wait. That's not true. We didn't. Because I remember last time we were like predicting the finals, and you both idiots said, yeah, PG is gonna win, Phoenix Gaming, W, and I told you, Nana, the Chinese, they get it, and actually I was right. Are you trying to cover that, RGB, or not?
Okay, yeah, true.
Think?
That is true. So it was like right before the final. It was like 2 days before finals.
Yeah, it was like 3 days before finals. Yeah.
Uh, I guess we can kind of talk about the finals. Sure.
Yeah, at the end of the stream a bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Why
sure,
not?
sure, sure. But the main reason why it's also very special is because we are like at or like WCQ Eve right here, right? This is the last week before WCQ, happens. So it's not this weekend, but the next one. The WCQ happens, the sweatiest event in all of Master Duel, right? Even sweatier than regular DC Cups because now everybody's gonna like go for it, right? Because now it's like very very feasible to qualify. So
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit easier, but I wouldn't say it's like that easy. I mean, you still have to
I mean,
get
yeah,
first place in your region.
yeah, but it's still
Or
so. Like,
second.
the thing is, like for example, the reason why I say that is because like when you look at like regular DCs, regular DC Cups,
Mhm.
most of them it's like 9 Japanese and Chinese players, bro, and like 1 European. Whereas like now
Yeah,
for now, it's like Europe does not have to like contend with those. You can only play within the European section, right? And kind of same with like the Latam tournaments, right? And then the US, the NA1, all that jazz, right? So
yeah, but
it's
you
like
still play against Asians, right? Like you're not gonna only match up against Europeans, right? Like
yeah, but you don't
no.
gotta compete with them in points. So like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's like
Obviously,
more
obviously.
spots to be given. It's more like like basically
Thank
like
God.
for people for people like if somebody wants to play only one DC Cup per year, right? They have to choose the WCQ basically, right?
It makes the most sense, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like so obviously the question in everybody's mind, right, is what is the best deck for WCQ? And is there any debate for that?
Don't
No.
mention it. Don't mention it.
What does the BBC in GBBC stands for? It's GB Broadcasting Corporation. But yeah. So to no one's surprise, boys, I know shocker news. Snake Eyes is the best deck in the format.
Yeah.
It's
You know, Earl, I thought BBC stands for bias bonobo content, but okay.
huh?
Mhm.
Okay, fair. Crash out when? Soon. Don't worry, bro. They actually
Are they all
just
talking about crash outs? Did someone crash out lately? I don't remember that actually.
yeah.
Did someone crash out?
I don't know what they're talking about either. To be honest, like I don't know.
Okay.
Don't pay too much attention to that. Don't worry about it, right? So
Can I say something? Can I say something before like something bad happens?
sure.
So if we talk about the C Cup, do not ask me about this topic, okay? I'm gonna like do something else when you talk about the one deck, right? I'm gonna do something else, feed my dog, you know. And also, no, I did not craft that deck. Like, if someone like ever tells you, yo, I saw Niciboy in like rated, he was playing Snake Eyes. That was not me, okay? Like that was not me. Like with the gold icon, like it was not me, okay? I would never play this deck, okay?
Bro already has the fucking cop out. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Bro said my source is I made it the fuck up. Okay, buddy. Like we gonna believe that, you know. So yeah, we're gonna talk a bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk a bit about the
Thank
best.
God.
We're gonna talk a bit about the best deck, right? It's obviously I'm just gonna have this in front of me just to have like kind of the deck overall, but don't really look at this as like, oh, Fizz with control best deck. It's not. It's not. It's
It's not.
it's just Snake Eyes, you know.
It's not even close.
It's
I hope people get
still
Ghastly to play Fist with control because the deck sucks, but
still does everything better than every other deck in the meta for the most part, right? It's like grind, hand traps it has a lot, broken turn one, plays through hand traps for free. Like consistency is still fucking there because Millennium Engine exists, you know. It's everything you want in one deck, man. Like people are worried that like maybe if the like once the what is it once the hits to to sinful spoils came, it's like, oh no, now you can't play multiple sinful spoils for consistency. Zombie vampire
was worried?
still hits that, you know. Even if you want more consistency, the option to play banshee is always there, and you don't even need to play banshee
What,
to play like to
uh,
play the chorizo.
who was worried? What the fuck, bro? Show me one person that's worried that this deck is not unplayable, bro. Show me one. No one,
Not
bro.
unplayable, but more about the consistency. Maybe like the idea was like, oh, okay, so like there's people who like did believe that Finsmith control was gonna be the best deck.
Yeah, and that would be a healthier format, and the game would be better. Yes.
Yes, but you know it didn't happen.
Bro, Mordred, don't try that again, bro. If a deck like Feats with Control is the best deck, the deck is in a healthy status, bro. At the moment, the game is unplayable because of fucking Snake Eyes, bro. It's unplayable.
oh, no, I think you're over exaggerating. This format is better than the previous two
No,
formats we had.
it's not. Because
Yes,
this
it
deck is
is.
fucking
Yes, it
overpowered.
is.
Okay, this deck is fucking overpowered. Doesn't even make sense. This deck is so No, okay, I have to
No,
stop.
I mean no,
Go
but
on,
like
go
the
on.
thing is like the idea the gap between like Snake Eyes and like other decks right now is not that large. You know, it's not like the
I
the
think
last DC. Like last DC, the deck between like Snake Eyes and anything else was like night and day. You know, you were playing two different games, right? But like I guess like minus Tempai kind of ish, right? Because of the fucking
what
sack
deck, what
factor.
deck, what deck comes close to you? Like what deck does come close to Snake Eyes?
I mean,
In your
overall,
opinion?
the gap is not that big, you know.
No, what deck is close to Snake Eyes? What do you think? Like
Well,
what
like
deck is?
I mean, the thing is like Finns with control, Blue Eyes, Mermail, they all
Oh,
have like a pretty decent spot
oh.
in the meta.
I mean, they have a present. I mean, yes, sure, but
Like yeah, like Blue Eyes for example, when it goes first, it's super annoying. Finns with control can counter Blue Eyes, Mermail can counter Finns with control. You know,
oh,
it's like the thing is that
hear
like
me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. So, if you want to play a combo deck, you would always pick Snake Eyes because it's obviously the best deck, right? The
obviously,
only reason, yes, but the only reason why you would ever play like Fiends of Control or Blue Eyes, it's because it's good into Max C. But if you
yes.
ask me what deck is like from power level wise the best deck, it's obviously Snake Eyes. Not even close. Not even fucking close. You know what I'm saying? So I think this tier list on the MDM side is fucking terrible.
I
It
mean,
doesn't even make sense.
this is not about like I'm just using the tier list simply to have like the decks in front of me kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
this makes
but
sense.
like obviously, you know, it's like this is simply just about like representation. People are fucking tired of Snake Eyes Finsmith. Finsmith control is overall like a more fun deck, you know, simply because it's kind of new-ish, and like so like people will like go to it more. It's also a simpler deck to pilot. You know, there's a lot of reasons why Finsmith control is like more represented, but like Snake Eyes is just the best
And
deck.
it's fucking fun, bro. It's fun. Yes, I play it myself a lot. I like it. It's cool. something fresh. I don't know. Like playing a mid-range deck feels sometimes very relaxed.
Yeah, things like overall control style decks can feel very fun.
Yes.
I wish everyone believes Finsmith Control is the best deck. Like, bro, like if everybody goes to Finsmith Control, I'm getting like 60k with Crystron in DC Cup, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the fucking WCQ. Like, the thing is that like Finsmith Control has some like fucking unwinnable fucking matchups. That's the thing about Finsmith Controls, right? Sure, it will farm like Blue Eyes, you know, but then what the fuck
Not
do you
that.
do against Mermail and like Crystron, bro? Crystron is
Doesn't
such a
even
bad
farm.
matchup.
It doesn't even farm Blue Eyes because Caesar Pass is not the best against Blue Eyes.
I
Second of all,
mean, it's
Bestials.
just it's just a lot of bestials so that you kind of like outgrind them eventually, right?
Yeah, but that's no. Most often it's not enough. And outgrinding Blue Eyes is also about standman because outgrinding Blue Eyes is really hard. Like I
But
know
like,
it because I play both decks. I play both decks a lot, and I
yeah,
succeeded with both of them.
and something that's like really fun about Crystron, right? Because you know, because I'm playing a lot of Crystron right now, is like this card fucking solos the deck. This card alone, clustered, solos Finsmith. I mean, Finsmith Control.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
It counters Drill Beam. It counters Drill Beam. All your cards are water, so their beasts are dead. You know, so like, what do they have? And this is a pop 2 every turn. You win the grind.
I think we can agree that Crystron is copium.
It is
Crystron,
crazy copium.
it's good copium, I want to say, right?
If you want,
It's
no, if you
like-
want, no,
It
let
would
me
be a
finish.
it
Yes.
would be a decent just a second, just one sentence. It would be a decent option if Snake Eyes didn't exist. That's all. Like there is no reason to play Millennium deck that is not Snake Eyes.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah, first of all,
obviously, right? Like you're not gonna play it like to compete with Snake Eyes kind of thing. But it's honestly like a pretty good deck. You know, like if you like Crystron and you want to climb with Crystron, I think it's like very possible. I think
yeah,
it's
you can
like
definitely win.
I think it's
You
like
can
a
win games.
top 7, top 8 ish deck right now. You know,
Yes, yes,
which
yes.
which
I
granted
agree
is
with
not like necessarily saying much, but it's like, you know, it's like a fine deck. You know, you can definitely make it work.
Yes, you can play with it. It's fine. It's good. But if we talk about the C Cup and qualifying for Worlds, no one will qualify for Worlds with Crystron. I'm telling you this. That will not happen.
I mean, I wouldn't say that
Yeah.
necessarily, right? Because like,
I will say that. I believe that. I know what's gonna get played. You know what's going. You know, last DC Cup, bro.
I
When you
mean,
play like at 40
something
when
something you have to kind of understand. Something you have to kind of understand. That's um, like there's certain people that have some like insane results for no reason with some decks. You know, remember, player has been like cooking almost every DC with Brandon, bro. He's always like top 2, top 3, top 5. You know, it's like ridiculous.
Yes, but no.
And it's
Here,
Brandon.
my
You know,
logic, my logic applies. Just think about it. I wanted to say that when people like talk about qualifying for Worlds, they want to obviously play the best deck, right? So we kind of agreed on that Crystron is a very good deck, like it's playable, but it's obviously like top 6, top 5, right?
yeah.
So like, and I know it from last DC Cup because I was at 70,000 points. I was like at the top 5, top 3. People, when they want to qualify, when they are near in the spot of qualifying, they're only going to pick the best deck. Because then you don't have to play against variants, you just play the best deck and hope that it sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I want to say is Crystron will probably get some top 100s. I can see that, like definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
some people got top 100 with Yugioh, they got top 100 with, I don't know, Dynamorphia. So Crystron will get top 100s, sure. Maybe even like a top 30, probably, maybe. But top 10, I will not. I don't think so. I don't think so that Crystron will get.
Yeah, but the reason why I say that like it's possible, it's simply because like one tricks, you know, like player non-branded do exist.
Yes, but do you think Brandon is worse than Crystron?
I don't think, but I don't think that they are far apart, you know?
I think Brandon is a lot better.
It's not the same type of deck. Crystron is type of deck that is more like something like I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
Snake
but the thing,
Eyes
yeah,
or Mermail.
yeah,
It's like
the thing is
it's
like
not the
it's pretty
it
strong
doesn't
going
have a
first,
strong
right?
engine. Yeah.
It's pretty strong going first, but it's also like a heavy hand trap deck, you know, like you can definitely hand trap sack with the deck. It like does play a lot better into like a lot of stuff, right? For example, like if everybody's on bestials because of the Finsmith and Blue Eyes, right? Piston is like free for that, you know? It's like you're playing with bricks.
Mermail does better, like,
Branded
if
on
you
the
go
other
for
hand,
pistols.
struggles against pistols, you know?
Yeah, but like those two are not comparable, you know. I think branded is more comparable to something like Mermail, where less people will play it, but only good people will play it, while Crystron will be played by like wider range of players, you know. It's not the
but like
one trick
what
type of deck.
I mean, yeah, but like what I'm saying is like if a one trick does show up, I don't think it's impossible for Krasno to top. That's what I'm trying to say. If somebody that just fucking loves the deck, you know, fucking breathes the deck, I don't think it's impossible.
Yeah, how do we define top? I mean top 100? Yeah, sure.
No, I mean like top 10.
No way. I'm calling this no way.
Oh, top
way.
10 in a region maybe, but top 10 world no.
Top 10 in region, yes.
Yeah, top 10 in the region maybe. Like 9th
Yeah, okay.
place,
Top 10 in region, yes. Okay, so we do agree on that. I think top 10 in
to be
region,
fair,
yes.
to be fair, I finished last WCQ 20th Europe, and I played only day 3 for 15 hours. So like, it is not that much of an achievement, you know.
Yes.
Like, you know.
I was thinking we are talking about top 10 in the world, but yeah, that's not really the point in this WCQ. Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's like now it's like the region is the more important part.
Yeah, I have to adapt that thinking because I'm still
But yeah,
thinking
so
about PC. So
let's make a quick tier list here, real quick, right? So let's do master rule here.
Sure.
You don't have those prepared. Them.
I'll see if there's like maybe something. Master Chef prompt list. What the fuck is this, bro?
Okay. Let me. You can talk about like a lot other decks. I will prepare it for you, bro. Don't worry. I'll do it quickly. I have pictures of decks and shit. I'm just gonna make it real quick. So you
Okay.
can just keep
Thanks.
talking.
Appreciate it. So Yugioh will be going against himself for the Brazil region. So Yugioh. I mean, it's not a Brazil region. It's Latam, right? So like Latin America, all of Latin America. But I mean, last WCQ, I think it was Spectre that almost qualified, right?
Yeah,
I don't
Spectre was
remember.
third in
He was like third,
Latam, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, but in Latam there only have like 10 people, so
Yeah, that's the thing. I remember like top one in Latam was like top 20 in world. You know, it was so far. It was so far behind, bro.
yeah,
Bro,
that's true.
free region, bro. Gotta move to Latam, bro. But on the other hand, though, Sprite is in tier 3. I did call it. I did say full power Sprite as we have it is gonna be like a solid deck. You know what I say? And we all know Master Duel meta tier list never lies, right? But
You want to hear my opinion on Sprite? Or you just like saying that?
you can say your opinion on Sprite. Let's see what you say.
It's fucking dog shit. I'm sorry. I played against fucking 20 to 30 sprites and like top 10 rated. That's unplayable. Like, board is not enough. You need to rely on going second. You need to rely on non-engine. You can't break boards. Like, bro, like one Mirror Jade and fucking Sprite is in shambles. Like,
Yeah, but I
the
mean,
deck is fun. I played Sprite myself in TCG when it came out. It's cool. But I think in this meta, it's just. I mean, obviously, it's tier 3 because a lot of people are trying that deck out right now, right?
yeah.
Because everything is at tier 3. But it's like just overrepresented.
But
I think
there's also another thing that I think like always keeps Sprite in like that kind of like worth it kind of list, right? Is the fact that like it does invalidate a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff, right? It invalidates Nib, it invalidates Bestials, it invalidates like Ash a lot of the time. You know, it invalidates like so much stuff.
The best hands you can draw against Sprite are the hands where you don't draw a hand trap, because this endboard is so fucking mid. Like, a Branded plays through that easily. Snake Eye plays through that. Like, once they open the Millennium card, Sprite is also in shambles, because if they don't negate the Millennium card, these guys are fucking huge. And the worst
Yep.
problem that Sprite have is like big monsters, because they're all so fucking small. If a Kashtira Fenrir enters the board, bro, like, I shit you not, like, Sprite players, they fucking insta-click buttons, bro. They're like, fuck, I need to do something. Fuck. Fucking IP effect, Sprite smashers. Like, the stack is so. It's okay, but it's like, I don't think it's good. I think it's. I don't know.
Sprite hates
I think
big
it's a cool
dudes.
deck.
Yeah.
You know what I like? I like Runic Sprite, but like it's not good. But I was saying like I like the playstyle. I like the playstyle. I like these
The thing
controllers.
about Runic Sprite, I don't think it's not. I don't think it's like bad necessarily, because the thing about Runic right now is that there's not many spell and trap negates in the meta. You know, outside of Desiree when they can make it, but like still, like for example, like when they don't have Desiree, it's like you just have like a freezing curtain for Apollo that goes 3 mana Apollo. You know, it's like kind of the reason why like Labyrinth is always like that kind of like it's good kind of deck, right? As long as there's no proper negates in the meta, like Labyrinth remains good simply because it's just so hard to deal with just set 5 a lot of the time.
Yeah, I get that point. But imagine your fountain gets like fucking drill beamed first action.
Yeah,
Going
yeah,
first.
but like that's why Blue Eyes is like miserable. But
Yeah. So the deck is like it's fun. It's a fun deck. But like when we talk about today about only WCQ, like when I call it like trash, I think it's trash for the WCQ. Like everyone can play whatever he wants, bro. Yesterday I played fucking Are You Gay? I love Rescue Ace. This deck is also terrible. So I
Diggy,
want to just like give my points what I love about WCQ. Yeah, what's up?
are you gay?
Not really, bro.
Okay.
But the deck is fucking, bro. I'm telling you, this deck is fun because it's so fucking bad that it's like fun when you play it. You know, like, bro, I OTK'd through a field with these fucking random cards. I don't even know what these cards did. Right? I have no clue. Like, if you ask me what does the red guy do, I have no idea. No idea. Like he specials and then he does whatever.
Bro, I remember like I kind of have the same thing with Chrysler right now. Somebody asked me, "Yo, did you find the turtle useful?" I'm like, "What is the turtle and what does it do?" And I'm like, "I've never used it." And then I realized I used it like once. You know,
Who's the turtle? What's the turtle?
the green one, the green guy.
That's a turtle?
Yeah, it's a kind of like
That,
yeah.
bro.
Come on.
I, f-
This
I
is
fucking I fucking
this is a turtle. Come on.
that's you mean this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a turtle. Yeah, that's clearly a turtle. Yeah. Nikki, it's Pride Month. You have to say yes. I mean, I'm not gay, but I support them. You know, like W Pride Month. You know.
Yeah, because like you
So,
can't be out here hating on Abo, you know?
yeah, true. And doggy.
True doggies.
True. Okay. Mordred is making the tier list still, or what is he doing?
Yeah, he's making the
Second,
tier
second.
list. And
It's almost done.
honestly, another thing that is always about like in contention is the best fusion deck in the meta, which is Memento or Branded. I think Branded is like back on top right now.
Yeah, it's close.
Simply,
I think both are really
it's
good.
close. Okay, so here's the thing. Branded has a much more breakable board. Because like Memento board, you're not breaking, right? If like Memento does its thing, you're not breaking Memento board. But Branded
Yes.
does have like a much better time against the removal board, right? You can have a board that is like 3 pops and SP, right? And then you normal summon Aluber, beat all of that. You know, it's like that fact makes Branded strong, I think.
Yeah. So I think both decks have a kind of good board. I think Memento is better going first. But I think Branded has a upside going second. I think Memento is not that good going second if they don't draw a droplet. I think it's kind of mid. But Branded going second, bro, they have super poly, they have droplet, they have a lot of ways to deal with your shit.
I mean, like
And like if I
Memento, yeah, Memento is a super poly, like a lot
Hmm?
of time, but you know, it's the fact that it's like overall the hand quality in Branded is better.
Okay,
yes,
Earl. I will have to stream you my screen because I cannot make public template for some fucking reason. So like, I will make the tier list, and you'll just have to stream the Discord if you want that.
Yeah, sure.
well, can you go back? What was that screenshot? Can you go back? What was that? What was that? Hmm. Not me, not me.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, crash out boy back at
Uh,
it again. Crash out boy back at it again.
hmm. Well,
Okay, Mordred, you can share screen.
Was
What?
it will be ready in a second. Just have to.
On Pride Month? Yeah, bro. Like,
Uh, 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 uh. Okay, all of those, and then this.
Also, while we're at it, because
We can still talk about
do
decks.
do we agree that Konami needs to give us more fucking time, bro?
What do you mean time? Like in
Timer,
what sense?
like round timer.
Uh, Round timer? No.
Bro, we need more. Come on, bro. Like I can't live like this. I cannot live like this, bro.
No. Okay, this looks like good pictures.
Boomer, APM, Earl. At least I'm old. Come on now. Okay, so
Mhm.
okay, so I think we just start from the top, right? Just first things first. Snake Eyes Ash just S tier alone, right? Because like this will
No,
be.
let's go. Let's go in order, right? Let's go in order, right? Like let's take every deck by order. Why not?
Let's
Let's
take
talk
every.
about a bit about every deck. Yeah, like why not? Let's give like 1 minute to every deck at
Okay.
least.
Okay,
Even to the
okay,
shit one.
okay. So
Tell me about
Chimera,
On Chimera.
C
Yeah.
tier being generous.
yeah.
I think C.
I think C too. It's not
It's like
unplayable, but
honestly the best part about Chimera is Finsmith, and it's like
To be fair, when I look at these decks, Chimera kinda does seem like the only unplayable, like,
I
near unplayable deck.
mean,
nah. I see one more. I see two more. I see two more.
I
Okay.
mean, to be
I,
fair, I mean,
I mean,
if worst things worse, we can just always change it later or just have no D tier decks, But what was the wait before doing this? Okay, Mordred, do one thing. Snake Eyes Ash, put it at the end of the line. Okay, so yeah, Gimmick Puppet D tier, honestly, or like maybe C. I'll say C. I'll say C again, right? Simply
I
because
think
like
Gimmick Puppet is better than Chimera. I'm not going to lie to you. I think
yeah.
Chimera
So
is just
so
so bad. I
the
think
thing about Gimmick Puppets is like if you open Field Spell, the deck is actually fucking good, and that's annoying.
yeah. I think even going second, this deck is scary a bit. So
The,
I
so the
wouldn't put
thing
it
is,
in D tier.
yeah, this thing is like this deck is like going second. It always Field Spell or bust, right? If you open Field Spell, some matchups become so fucking good, like against Branded, because like Branded he has to struggle to out the Field Spell, right?
Mhm.
And then if you don't
And
out the Field Spell, there's nothing you can do, right? Because like
and
they're
not
all
only that,
unaffected. You can't Mirror Jade banish. You can't Albez fuse. You can do none of that, and it's you're betting all on chaos resolving, right? If you get fingered or you get like bestialed or you get baited on that, like before, like with Horus or I don't know, you lost.
what's also very important is that, like, if you play DC Cup, right? I mean WCQ, and you're only playing against Snake Eyes, against Blue Eyes, like you know these decks, right? But then once in a while, like a gimmick puppet comes around, and you have to actually like, okay, remember again. Okay, what does every gimmick puppet do again? And like, where's the choke points and where's this? I mean, sure, we all knew that for the last DC Cup because this deck was kind of new, I would say. But it can catch you off guard. That's what I'm gonna say. Like if you go second and you don't really know the choke points, for example, it can become convoluted.
I mean, there's
So
also
I think
another
this deck
thing
is
about
not.
gimmick puppet, I guess, which is like most people will probably scoop to a gimmick puppet card if they don't have anything. So
Yes.
that does also like play a factor in WCQ in the fact that it does make the deck fast, right? And like
Yes.
being fast is a very very real like strategy.
I agree. Yeah.
So
That's why
okay,
I
so
think it's not.
do you want to try and
C.
put this in B then?
No, I would let it in C. I think it's upper C part. Like it's nearly
Okay,
B,
so
but I
like
would still
we'll
put it
say top of C right now, right?
top of
We'll
C. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll
Top.
say top
I
of
think
C.
it's okay. It
Um,
can get like I would say C tier can get top 100 if they're lucky. That's my point. And someone
put
wrote
it
you don't
okay.
remember.
Yeah, like C. Okay, so let's name the tiers. Let's name the tiers first. So we're gonna say S is just the best, right?
The best. Yeah.
There's only
Yeah.
gonna be one deck in S. No,
Can you
no, no.
rename that or no?
You. You can just you don't gotta go here, by the way. You can just like click on the thing, right?
Oh wait, why do I have a new? Okay.
Yeah, you click on the next to the fucking cogwheel. You can just click up or down to like move the tiers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Best.
this is
Very
very
good.
good. It's like B is like top 100.
Decent.
Oh, okay,
No,
yeah,
no,
decent, sure.
it's
Good,
decent.
good pilot, you know, it's like or like rogue, yeah, sure.
He's
And then
rogue and
D is
he's
unplayable.
unplayable.
Argo Stars, bro, Argo Stars good when it opens floodgates.
Argo Stars was in the finals of a Challenger Cup, so Mordred will like.
Woods, bro.
Woods, okay, Woods is good.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so speaking of Woods, I think Rescue 8. I think Rescue 8 is Woods.
Yeah, Rescue is unplayable. Unplayable.
Unplayable. Really?
Unplayable, yeah, unplayable.
It's worse than Chimera.
So the only upside it has now, okay, wait, it's not worse than Chimera. Okay, so
I think we
Okay.
move Chimera.
Yeah, but
move Chimera down. Yeah. So Rescue is better because the anti-Maxi line is better, and it's slightly better going second. But if you get rolled, you are out. If you get fucking I don't know 10 pied, you're out. Like this deck is not playable. Like this deck is not playable. Like it's
this
rogue.
deck
Like
this deck even loses to Pearly, by the way. Think about that. So
this deck loses against Dominus Impulse also. Like against Mermaid, one Dominus Impulse also 07.
yeah,
Yeah, stack is kind of weak, but it's still better than Chimera, and also it has an anti-Maxi plan, which is a good point in a DC Cup because A, it can maybe protect your mental health, and B, like it can still win games that you normally with Snake Eyes maybe wouldn't win because on Maxi you likely pass on nothing. So yeah, that's about it.
protect
But
your
the deck is pretty-
protect your mental health is crazy. Bro said we got the therapeutic gameplay, whatever however you fucking say the word, right? The therapy gameplay. Ultra Smasher. What the? Thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, okay, so I can agree with that. It's like the thing about Rescue Ace is like there's like very, very, very few reasons to play this deck, bro. Like it's ass. Like it's like
Yeah, it's just.
Rogue is
just
kind of being generous, I think, but on
It's a rogue deck.
on the other hand, though, Kashtira is
Kashtira stun.
Be-
Kashtira stun. I'm sorry, but like I've faced this deck so many times. Macrocosmos doesn't do enough against Snake Eyes. Arise card sometimes is not even
no.
enough.
Wait,
Even
how does it not do enough against Snake Eyes? What do you mean?
It doesn't do it. It doesn't do it because like you play Nightmare Phoenix, you can out it. You play SP.
How do you play?
can
How do you out
against
it though? How do you need exactly Millennium Engine
what? For what?
to out it? Because how else do you out it?
Macrocosmos.
Yeah. Is that
Normal
okay?
Snatch.
You
Any
normal snatch
Millennium
go
card,
into Poplar
Bonfire.
and then Poplar out it, but it's like there's other cards in there too. That's literally just Macrocosmos and pass. But the thing is like you
But
can't
then
use
it's
Diabell. Hear
usually-
me out. You can't use Diabell. Vinsmith Engine is dead. You can't use your like Oak send stuff plays or like Snash send stuff someone plays, right? Because you can't send to the graveyard. Like half your deck is fucking dead.
This deck is full of garbage. This deck, it's one thing that Snake Eyes is dead because of Macrocosmos sometimes, but the entire point is that half of your deck is dead anyways. Your opponent doesn't have to do anything for half of your deck to does nothing. Like open Kashtira Ogre, you add a trap and like what? You set macro, like your deck has 3 fucking starters, bro. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Okay, I
Like
just want to clarify that I don't agree with it. Last time, Snake Eyes changed a bit. They got Lacrima, yes, but the last DC Cup Mordred you saw it, there were like a lot of Kashtiras top 100. There was even a Kashtira top 10. Because they're not only gonna pass on Arise Out or like macro, they pass on strikes, judgments, fucking garbage anti-cards. You get shifted, you lose the game, bro. Like these games, and they're gonna happen. You're gonna lose.
And it's also the fact that like Unicorn is just a broken fucking card, bro. Like
I don't think that was because of Snake Eyes. I think that was because of Tempai that the Kashtira stand was successful.
I had a crazy win rate against Kashtira because my deck is the only deck that can win going second against us. Because I play Lightning Storms, I play Dusters.
It also depends. Yeah, you need to see those cards, and your opponent has to see no judgment.
Yeah, but
It
like
is what
most.
it is.
Yeah,
And
but
like
like
you outplay them. That's different. Like
okay, but like if they pass on Fenrir, Unicorn, Strike, and Macrocosmos, you lose the game as Snake Eyes 100%. You cannot win the game. You can literally not win the game.
I mean, a lot of the time,
I don't know.
you also do struggle even with just like the simplified game state of Kashtira, right?
I
Even for example, just like Birth, Unicorn, Fenrir, and like I don't know, something like a Judgment. You don't even need the Macrocosmos. It's so fucking tough, right? Because if you hand trap them, if you hand trap them, at any point, there goes your Requiem. You're gonna try to play. There goes your Princess. That's the two most important cards in your extra deck, right? And then it's like, okay, then you try to OSS. Your graveyard's gone. Fenrir still is there, and then they have a judgment for some sort of place. You won't always have the perfect hand against this deck.
I disagree because the odds of you having a good hand against this deck are higher than this deck having a playable hand. Because I am telling you, this deck does not play. Most of the time when you face this deck, it's not even a Rice Heart. It's like Ogre Pass. Like majority of times that you play against this shit, it's fucking Ogre Pass. You'll see. This deck is horrible. It's so bad. It's unplayably bad. Like we can put it wherever you want, but in my personal experience, Snake Eyes farms this shit for breakfast. Like you're gonna lose every 5th game against this deck.
Thing is like we can say that, right? But like Kashtira does get results. People are even slapping Kashtira into some decks simply because like it's just so good.
It does because desperate people that cannot play Snake Eyes pick this shit. When you get desperate during the Duelist Cup and you cannot play the best deck, this is what you resort to. This and stun.
But that doesn't change that it does get results and it can work,
So in our, I wanna say I wanna prove our points with some statistics, right? Because that makes sense. So on our DC Cup spreadsheet that our team think twice, right? We did a DC Cup information spreadsheet where everyone that played put in informations, and Snake Eye has a 45% win rate against Kashtira in 100 games. So I don't know where getting this. I mean, you are argumenting with recency bias because you probably won a lot of times against Kashtiras, but also depends if your opponents are playing correctly, what their deck list is looking like, what the circumstances are. But I want to say if this deck goes first against you, I think you have a win rate of 40% against this deck. But if you go first against this deck, you're most likely winning because I don't think that this deck with 200 floodgates can break your bot. So
that's good. If this deck is designed to stun me and I've been going second 40% against it, that's good. Against the regular stun, like you win 20% and less. Like they summon fossil, then you see no out, it's over. It's GG.
I don't want to say that Kashira is decent. I want to say it's rogue. It's not unplayable. It's definitely not worse than
unplayable. That's what I'm saying, right? Unplayable is kind of capping,
Yeah, it's a bit too much. I think it's okay. Deck is okay.
Okay, I'm telling you.
I'll put it like this, right? Mordred, look at it like this. I would much rather face Chimera over Kashtira.
It doesn't matter what you would rather face. It's what when Kashtira does what it's supposed to do, and that is to stun you. Sure, but their macro is not searchable. They have to hard open it. Their solemns are not searchable. They have to hard open them. The only thing that they can make reliably is a Rice Heart that floodgates you, but they have 3 starters in the deck. So they have to hard open all of that shit. They need stars to align for you to lose that game.
I mean, if they don't open that, they open Skill Drain Macro. How are you gonna out this?
I mean, sure, you can build your deck to go first, then you're gonna lose 15 coins in a row and you're gonna be out of my range. It is what it is.
Yeah, but they did that and they got 69 points, 69k points.
Yes, because you were on average you were going first more times because you would face Tempai and then putting floodgates. And sometimes you're gonna open Skill Drain and Judgment and Tempai is just gonna scoop. It is what it is. Sometimes you're gonna lose because you open Ogre Pass. But you are going to go first more often because people play more Tempai. Now you are completely reliant to coin. 100%.
I mean, I was just argumenting with the proven stats we had in our team from the last DC Cup. I can't say more. That's my argument. I think it's an okay deck. It performed okay in the DC Cup, and probably normal stun is better. I mean, we talk about normal stun probably now.
Yeah.
But I think I think normal stun is better, but I think
No,
Kashira is not unplayable.
yeah, normal stun is normal stun. I think is decent.
It's decent, yeah. I would agree.
Hey, Earl, I don't
Yes.
see trap tricks on here for Mordred. Mordred is a mod and he might time you out. So I don't know if you want to say that, but yeah. So honestly, stun is decent. You know, it's like too many floodgates still. You know, it's like once you see those floodgates, it's annoying. Like it's super hard to kind of like win the grind, quote unquote. I want to say simply because of fucking like when they get to the fucking draw 2 stuff, bro. Like it's so miserable every time, bro. I
Yeah,
don't know.
stun is shining. Stun is shining when it's not playing against Blue Eyes. Against Blue Eyes, it has one of the worst matchups ever because of the Primate engine. That's
but
horrible for stun.
yeah,
Yeah, I
but
think we're gonna see less stun in
Yes,
general.
it's gonna be less stun, but I think especially against the top 2 decks, which are gonna be Snake Eye and maybe Memento or Branded or Blue Eyes. I mean, I don't know what's the second best deck, but I think stun is worse than last time, but it's still good. Also, what I want to argue with, I can like explain it with my own experiences because last DC I played a lot of games and I mean, I was chill because I was playing Temper, right? Not the most exhausting deck. But I think stun gets even worse when you get exhausted with playing, right? Like you get exhausted, you may be starting to misplay a little bit, and then this motherfucker comes around with normal summon Pachi 5 set, go ahead, 4 set, you know? Like the fact that like you need to like fully like know, okay, fuck Iron Thunder exists, okay, this and that. Then they fucking go Macrocosmos, you're gonna tilt, maybe you're like over tilting, you don't play correctly into this. Like these things happen, like we are all humans, right? Like no one is happy that the Macrocosmos is getting flipped on them, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I still think that Sun is a good option, especially in a tournament like DC Cup where you play like multiple hundred of games. And you
Yeah,
play a lot of
I can see one stun in top 100. That's all.
I can
Like
see,
stun.
I see like 2 free stunts.
thing is that there's always at least one stun in top 100. You know, I don't think
Yeah, at
Yeah.
least. At
you know what I'm
least.
saying.
Yeah, but now it's particularly worse than the in the other DC cups because now it actually has a like horrible matchup, which is Blue Eyes.
Yeah, Blue Eyes is
Fair
unplayable.
enough. Yeah, but like Blue Eyes is not the best deck, you know, which is what the also
But
the main selling
I
point
think
is, you
it
know.
will be second or third most represented, anyways.
We will talk about Blue Eyes. We
Yeah.
will talk about Blue
Yeah,
Eyes.
we'll talk when we get there. Okay,
Moving
so
on
stun
though
decent.
to tier, I don't want to spend too much time. Tier is not bad on its own, but I think it's just a rogue simply because it's like there's gonna be a ton of bestials, you know, like this deck is not playable in bestials, you know.
Yeah, I think it's Rogue. Yeah, I can
Like
Better
play.
than Rescue Ace and probably better than Gimmick Puppet. I think
Yeah,
top of.
it's the best Rogue deck. Yeah,
yeah, sure,
like
sure.
it's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely good.
The
It's
meta
definitely
just
gonna
also kind of sucks for it, though, right? It's like
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks for them, yeah.
uh
But like it will get top 100, I'm sure.
yeah.
As usual, Kitalos
White
Gunners will run.
Forest. What do we think decent?
Terrible deck. Nah.
I
Terrible deck. Terrible deck. Cannot go second for shit. Dies to draw. Everyone is playing draw.
I think this deck is in this at the same spot as Rescue Ace is. Like it has sort of max anti-maxi plan. It doesn't go second for shit. Rescue Ace probably has better going second.
Yes, I agree.
It gets stopped by every hand trap in the game
Yes.
because like you cannot make
Yeah.
Beatrice anymore to send your play.
Normal Sylvie loses to one Ghost
And
Ogre, by the way.
even the end board is weaker than it used to be. Like right now, it's just without Beatrice, the deck I think just lost a lot of.
Deck is so
a lot.
fucking mid. I don't know why anyone should play that. Like, I don't know. I think this deck is so mid. I don't know
Bro,
why
it was
everyone
it
should
was the
play it.
best deck last DC Cup. What do you mean? Kappa.
Yeah, Mordred got baited, bro. Like, Mordred
Uh,
got. Bro, his this
Bro,
got destroyed, bro.
bro, Tasuku baited me so hard, man. That was the first and the last time I listened to Tasuku. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna listen to Tasuku. He wins every DC, bro. I'm gonna
Right.
pick White Forest. He know what he's doing, and then I get cooked and switched to Snake Eyes in Tempai.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
he also got cooked, by the way. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
Tazuku got farmed by me like 3-4 times. I
this
don't know.
this is more than after the DC, by the way. Chimera unplayable? Yeah,
that's more
it's not good.
unplayable. What we define with unplayable is like, I don't think
Like
you should play that in
yeah, unplayable
WCQ.
for like DC for like WCQ basically. It's like it's not your it shouldn't be nearly your top choice, right? It's like it's not that it's unplayable. You can still like cook Master One. You can still cook in rated with this, right? It's not that's not what I'm trying to say, right? It's just about like in WCQ context when you're trying to like perform the best. this deck is just not it, you know.
So like these decks are not terrible. These decks are good, but we're talking about the top of the top decks today,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What deck will go to Worlds? And I think like Chimera,
Like
you
for
can
instance,
play that.
well, yeah.
No, like everything under very good will not go to Worlds. That's my call.
Most likely.
Pretty
Most
much,
likely.
yeah.
Yes.
Fire King.
This is Snake Eyes Fire King.
Yeah,
Let's not
Snake
be-
Eyes Fire King, decent. I want to say, you know, it's
I think decent. I think better than
it,
stun. It's also good anti-stun deck.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's like a pretty good deck. It has its strengths. It does play impulse. It does have like you know, like the fucking I don't want to say saying going second is a bit misleading, right? It can be good going second, but also doesn't play too many hand traps, and like
Yeah,
it's
but like if you think about that, Millennium Engine is much more oppressive than Sparking Engine going second. Even like
I think the Blue Eyes matchup is good for the deck. I think it's playable.
yeah.
Primate is a bit annoying. But you have these like terrible bricks that you don't want to call. I don't want to draw.
Yeah,
So I think this deck is decent, but it's nothing more. I would like maybe top 100, two top 100s.
yeah.
Yeah,
I remember when like Impulse first came out, they were like, "Yo, dude, Fire Kings, you know, it's like it's the new best way to play Snake Eyes, bro." I'm like, "Bro, Impulse is not that good, bro. Like, it's not gonna make that much of a difference, you know." It's like the deck is still the
not,
deck, you know. It's
not
like,
currently. To be fair, meta sucks for Impulse right now. Impulse is
I
very
mean,
bad counter
even if the
currently.
meta is very good for Impulse, like like 3 Impulse is not gonna carry like a deck that much, you know. It's like,
Yeah, but like the thing is, maybe you can justify that you have to run engine with things like Arvata and Ojiga Runix because you get to play Impulse if Impulse is very good, you know. Like,
Yeah.
but
Impulse
this
will get his time. Impulse will get his time.
yeah,
Most likely in 2-3 months when Malice and Razia are out, because then this card becomes very good against Malice, for example. It's a very good card. Against Mitsurugi, it's crazy, but when we will get that, I mean, it's gonna take time. But at the moment, it's an okay card. Like I play Tempai still a lot. I'm trying to test it. Even in Tempai, I cut it Dominus Impulse because it's not doing that much at the moment.
Mhm.
That's my like what I was like learning from testing. Yeah.
Moving on to Voiceless. I'm debating whether Rogue or like top of unplayable.
Unplayable.
I think
Unplayable.
Rogue. I
The thing is that
Why should you play it?
like the reason why I was debating is that like I think
The worst
overall
blue
the
eyes.
deck is Rogue, but this is Bestial meta, and this deck gets murked by Bestials.
It's the worst blue eyes deck. The board is breakable. Doesn't run that many non.
guess.
Pretty much.
I
Yeah.
guess.
That is a good way to put it.
The
It is
thing
a
is,
worse blue eyes deck.
the thing is, there is always like few voiceless voice Gunners that do get top 100 with the deck, you know.
Yeah, but
I
like
mean,
that, like you explained with Kashtira, like people were going first a lot of more times. That helps voiceless because this deck cannot go second for shit. And now that Tenpai is nearly unplayable, in my opinion, the deck is terrible. I would not play voiceless voice. I don't know why. I think it's pretty bad.
Oh, 7.
Centurion, I think Centurion is decent, to be honest. I don't
I
think
think
Centurion.
Centurion is unplayable.
Nah,
Unplayable.
Really.
It's
bro,
unplayable.
Bro, it's
bro,
so
hear me out.
bad.
Rogue, bro,
So
Rogue
ridiculous.
at least, bro, Rogue at least. I don't think you
Okay,
guys
Rogue, okay.
understand just how much a Light and Darkness Chaos Angel carries, bro.
Yeah, but like you can do that in Infinite Control.
You don't give me control and it sucks.
Yeah, bro, but like
Yeah,
still, you actually have like a proper like game plan with Chaos Angel in Centurion, bro, right? And you also play a ton of
it will
Bestials, you know. It's
give you
like, and it's like you say like, oh, you can do it in Feast with Control. It's like the Feast with Control is still good, you know.
Yeah,
You know what?
it will win you some games, the lighter case, but like that's not the reason that to put the deck like
I mean, yeah, but
above like
it's still like fucking like a ton of Bestials. I think it's like low Rogue, but like, do we agree with low Rogue?
No.
I guess
I think it's
like
unplayable.
I
This is
mean
a fucking meta. This is a fucking meta weekly deck, bro. It's like fucking hard to deck. What are you talking about?
personally I can't remember last time I lost to this deck. Like it's also horrible going second, going first. Like I don't know, man. It's just
Bro,
it,
going
it,
second, going second
I
is
don't
like
know.
put the fries in the back. Going first is not even good. Like it ends on like 3-4 disruptions. It's fucking unplayable. Please,
Okay,
Hajime.
yeah, I guess
Okay.
going second is kind of miserable. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, I'll agree with unplayable. Like
Actually,
going
I
second,
don't even.
like like you need your Bistils to like do the cooking, right? Otherwise, it's like very miserable.
Even
Yeah.
then, like bestials are not turn-ending hand traps. Like you need to see a play, a bestial, and a decent hand trap. That is like if you
I mean,
discount
two
Maxi
two
because
Bistils is usually very good into everything. That's the thing, and
You
like
know what I
this.
was thinking about? You know what I was thinking about? I was looking at the decks that are like in Rogue and Decent, and I was thinking if Centurion goes second against these decks, and Centurion would not win a single game. It cannot win against Fire King, no way against Stun. Against Tier, no fucking way. Gimmick Puppet, they FTK them. Rescue Ace, maybe. I mean, Rescue Ace is bricking all the time, so maybe. Kashtira, most likely not. White Forest, also no. So I think it's unplayable, in my opinion. Why would you play that?
yeah.
In my opinion. But people can play whatever they want. Like,
Fair,
don't get us wrong.
fair
Like, play
enough,
what
fair
you want.
enough, fair enough.
Don't get us wrong. Okay? We love your deck, but we think it's
Labyrinth.
not the good. Labyrinth is weird.
Labyrinth is weird. Labyrinth is like good if you don't see blue eyes, miserable if you see blue eyes.
Yeah, Blue Eyes is terrible matchup. Is it like if it's like the stun like lab with like 200 trap cards? I mean, if they go against Snake Eyes, they're gonna win, like, 90%
The main
of
problem, Alistair, is not even the drill beam. It's the fact that they can just pop 2. You set 5, they pop 2, then they still have drill beam on top. There's like 3 cards going.
Yeah, if you don't draw a lot of the Heavenly Prison, it's 07. But I can talk for like own experience because Abo was playing it last time, DC Cup, and like his win rate against Snake Eyes going first was 100%. Like he did not lose a single game. But yeah, going second feels so bad with the stack. Like going second is so horrible. You need to draw like in a perfect hand. So deck is okay. Like I wouldn't say it's unplayable.
Labyrinth was like good in like in meta like before Finsmith, where like people didn't really have Omni Negates, or like against Ubels, where the Omni Negates were kind of rare. So like because then you could just like set 5 and they have like maybe one thing that can deal with one of the cards, and it's still 5 cards in the back, right? But yeah, right now it's kind of miserable. I think like the deck is better than Rogue itself, but the meta is kind of ass for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's so weird because I think going first is one of the best decks you can actually play because it's resilient to hand traps. At least like against like okay, Ash Blossom exists, I know, but like except of Ash Blossom, I think.
But it also depends. The heavy trap version does break. Like
Yeah.
break in the sense, yeah, you can open cards to stop Snake Eyes,
Oh.
but then if you don't have a play yourself, you're gonna get cooked next turn.
Also Primate Engine again is annoying for the deck. Yeah, I think it's Rogue. I wouldn't say it's unplayable. It's Rogue, I would say.
Also,
Okay, yeah, it's definitely playable. Like
Yeah.
I can see somebody doing well with Lab.
Somebody
Yeah.
said Lab won Meta Weekly yesterday. Let me show you the kind of shit that wins Meta Weekly, bro.
Hajime.
Do you
I
see
wanna
this?
remind you that Niciboy topped Meta Weekly yesterday with Ryugi, bro. Do you wanna
Yeah.
say that Ryugi?
Do you see what won last, like the Meta Weekly before that? This
Yeah, he
is
won against me, yeah.
This is 51 card Mimighoul with Millennium and Finsmith, bro.
Mimighoul?
I'm sorry, not Mimighoul, Memento.
Oh, okay.
With triple
Yeah,
talents in 51 and like crossouts, I don't get, bro. And it won. Like, where is your Meta Weekly top 8? True.
I mean, this guy was probably like trolling that wrote that in chat. Hajime.
Fuck WCQ Hajime Area. Let's go.
I think Ryuge is the best that guys played.
True. Because if you're not playing Yugioh, are you gay? Thoughts?
Did you saw how I cooked the fucking Dragon Link guy in top 16, bro? That was crazy. Okay, moving on.
I didn't
Hajime.
know. So
Bro, if
Tenpai. So
see...
Tenpai, bro, let me talk, okay?
Tenpai is like the sack factor is still there, but Tenpai itself right now is like
I'm leaning towards decent.
I'm thinking like top of decent or like very bottom of very good, but I'm not sure yet. I think top of decent.
No.
I think.
I think decent. That's my.
Okay, so the thing is, you have the best matchup is Snake Eyes actually for Tenpai, which is really good because this deck plays very good into Snake Eyes. But the problem with this deck is one deck kills this deck on its own and fucking Blue Eyes. Like I'm trying this deck, guys, I love this deck. I love Tenpai, but bro, trust me, guys, against Blue Eyes, you have like a 10% win rate. Like this is unplayable against Blue Eyes.
And so
Tenpai is unplayable.
Unironically, even Crystron, I've played against a couple Tenpai with Crystron. It's so free. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because I will just like he'll just use the rest of the rest of his stuff on like my Omni negates and my spell and trap negates, and then the single fucking trap, just the fucking trap beats the deck because the deck is like inconsistent as shit. If they open field spell, they lose. If they open what is it Chandra, they lose. If they open Pydra, they lose. It's like
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I tested a lot with Tempai, also against Crystron. It's not the worst. The worst matchup is Blue Eyes because they have like cards that work untargetable, like they don't
yes,
target. These are the
untargetable.
worst cards.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is the worst cards against like the best cards against Tempai. So that's the reason why Blue Eyes is so fucking good because like we cannot force out Majesty, and if Majesty is staying on the board, we cannot win the game. But hear me out. Every other deck that's kind of good, for example, Branded, Memento. Okay, remember we will talk about that later. Fiends with Control, Punk. Like these are decks that Tempai can actually beat. They play
Memento no,
7-man
Memento,
Shamiz.
Memento no, Memento you either hand trap second, no, you don't beat it. Remember,
Yeah,
I
I,
wouldn't say that.
I don't think you can
Fictinium
really
hit me
beat
with
Memento.
2 hand traps, Harpy Feather Storm, Harpy Feather Duster, and Droplet, and only one because of a misplay I made, right? So if I played correctly,
Okay,
he
but like
still
that-
he
yeah,
still
but
he
yeah,
still
but
doesn't he still
no,
doesn't break the Memento board. Like, I don't think you beat Memento.
we are we are not, bro. We are not talking about like okay, this deck is bad because one time you won a game. I played Tempai a lot of times. Trust me, bro. I have like 200 games of that.
No,
With
no.
us, like,
What I'm trying to say is
wait.
that like that's like an ideal situation for Tempai in the sense of like hand traps, Harpy Feather Duster, and Droplet, and it still was not enough.
Yeah, but depends how good your hand was. Like that's not how we evaluate decks, bro. That doesn't make sense. Like I'm telling you, Tempai is actually good, but it depends hardcore on the matchup, and it depends hardcore on the deck list of what Tempai is playing. And that's the reason why I put it. I mean, I know that because I played a lot of Tempai. I would put it in decent.
Top
It's
of decent.
decent.
Top of decent.
Yeah.
Top of decent.
It's top
Yeah.
of decent. It has the best matchup against Snake Eyes, definitely. And if you get to, I'm telling you this, guys, if you get to a higher point status, maybe you can play Tempai. Like if you expect that, like at your elo right now, like you have like 30,000 points, 40,000 points, and you have a feeling like, oh, my opponents all are playing Snake Eyes, you can play Tempai, and you will have a good win rate against it. But if you only face Blue Eyes, Tempai is not the pick. Tempai is definitely not the pick because you will lose against one single Dream, like one fucking Majesty. Against Blue Eyes, it's unplayable.
Yeah.
That's my point. But it's definitely not unplayable because I saw some people writing it's unplayable. It's definitely not unplayable.
No. He said like because I think people misunderstood when he said it's unplayable versus Blue Eyes. With you saying it's unplayable, the matchup specific against Blue Eyes is very bad. It's not that the deck in general sucks.
Duster into Droplet, yes, but then you still have to beat like 2 Veiler and maybe an Ash or like bro, like Duart, I love you, bro, but like in Tenpai, they have fucking Dominus Purge, they have Veiler, they have Ash, they have Imperm, they have Drill Beam, they have Majesty, they have so fucking much. Like they're not always setting Purge on the field. Like if they keep Purge in the hand, 07, Kaiman dead, for example.
I love how Niciboy said, "Duart, I love you, bro." Like he was gonna drop slurs on his ass.
No, no, but I don't wanna feel like aggressively when I like don't agree with someone or something,
Yeah,
right?
fair.
But I think the matchup is really unplayable, guys, because I tried it a lot of times with Tempai against Blue Eyes. I was testing left and right against pretty good Blue Eyes players, and it did not work. It did not fucking work.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Blue is definitely keeping a
Okay.
lot of the shitter decks in check. Like stun, Tempai, like it is
Yes.
putting like a fucking, which I think is very
Yes.
healthy.
Exactly. Blue Eyes is doing good and like keeping us safe from the garbage decks. Yeah.
But it's so fucking boring, man. It's
Boring.
so boring.
It
It's
is,
fucking
it is.
snore ass deck, bro.
It is.
Holy.
The deck
When I
is
see Beryl or Load, and then I'm fine with Primate as Primate. But when Primate mixed with Blue Eyes is for some reason so fucking like you see it, bro, and you wanna lock him and burn yourself for game IRL. Like it's so stupid. It's so boring, man.
First, I want to commit self-harm. Okay. But
Wait. One thing. Duarte wrote, "Am I wrong, or are less people on Blue Eyes?" You're right. Less people are on Blue
they
Eyes.
are yes.
But when we will get to Blue Eyes, I will say I think more people are gonna be on Blue Eyes because a format like DC Cup actually profits Blue Eyes a lot, in my opinion. So I think Blue Eyes will get played a lot in DC Cup, and it will perform. But we will talk about that.
Yeah, sure. Now, Yubel.
You bet.
Rogue. I don't think it's
Nah,
unplayable. But
bro. It's definitely decent for sure. You know, the thing is that
No
like,
way. No way.
bro. I think you guys are underselling how much fucking make what is it
You cannot
called?
go second. You cannot go second.
It's a worse Snake Eyes, and like when you have the best deck and you have the worst version of the best deck, that like means there is no reason to play that deck.
Bro, every
Like,
every
Yubel
deck
has
right now is worth Snake Eyes. Bro.
Yeah, but this deck tries to play like Snake Eyes, except it's worse.
Okay,
Like, it
bro.
tries
Like
to set up the unbeatable board.
bro.
It tries to
We know
abuse
that,
speed to
right? But
extent.
the thing is, why would you play Yubel over literally anything else? Because maybe that's all you have. But like the deck is still good. You know, like
No, it's not.
the thing
You
is that
cannot.
like
You
the
you
deck
cannot go. You cannot go second.
you cannot go second.
I
But
can give you 3 points. I give you 3 points why this deck's unplayable. You have no maxi play, and don't argue with fucking Spirit Pass. That's not enough. You have no anti-maxi play. You cannot go second. This deck plays like 5 in-engine bricks. The board, the board's FTK, okay, but Snake Eye board's also FTK. Blue Eyes full board is FTK. Branded full board is FTK. Memento full board is like triple FTK. So like, tell me why we should play this deck.
I'll give you my counterpoints. I'll give you my counterpoints. Nobody is shotgunning Maxi right now. So first play, make Phantom actually is just immediately FTK, right? The thing is that like not FTK if Memento can play through it. Memento cannot play through Yubel board. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's only Snake Eyes, sure, because if you commit into like Poi, your hand needs to be very good for you to beat other hand trap. Like if there is Maxi plus Ash and you have like I don't know, you open fucking Lotus and like 2 Yubels, you make Poi, normal summon Lotus, they Ash Lotus, you are forced to Phantom that or pass, and then you get Maxi. So like it's pseudo good into Maxi if it's only Maxi you're facing, but like if you're against Maxi Fuva, you are cooked. If you're against Maxi Impermanent, like you have, I don't know, like you need your hand to be very, very good to play, to like do first action
I
point
mean,
and still beat
yeah, but the thing is that is Maxi plus something else, you know. It's not like fucking Snake Eyes just cooks through Maxi, bro. Like what what is Snake Eyes plan through Maxi, bro? Two fucking draws for IP pass. Like it's not like
or one draw into full combo. Like you inherently have more outs to Maxi.
And you play 7 outs to Maxi.
Like
I mean, Yubel can also draw itself after like 2 summons, I think. I think after
yeah, but like
I think after 2 summons they can
do it immediately.
Also, Yubel has choke points. Like I don't want to like slander against Snake Eyes because this will happen soon. But Yubel has choke points. Snake Eye does not. What you gonna hand trap against Snake Eyes? Diabetsa? Okay, Bonfire. Okay, Millennium. Okay, Fiendsmith. Against Yubel, like Ash on Lotus always helps a lot. Like, yeah, sure, the board can still exist and the board is still there, but I think it's also breakable if they have a half board, it's fucking breakable, first of all. And second of all, like I said, the deck is unplayable going second. Snake Eye is crazy going second. Because they play Millennium Engine. Millennium Engine, like I'm calling you.
You just run a lot more bricks in Yubel, and that's like the main reason why you run a lot more bricks and less hand traps.
Mordred. Also, the best engine in the game right now is Millennium. By far.
The best engine is Finsmith. The best engine is Finsmith.
Yeah.
Millennium is the best way to get into Finsmith, kind of. You know, but the best engine is Finsmith. But a deck like Yubel does not really need Millennium, right? Because the thing is like they just play like Finsmith normally. But the thing is that like, you know, because of how well the deck works with Finsmith, right? Finsmith will go through a full combo through his deck, right? Like the Finsmith in Yubel is better than Finsmith in Snake Eyes, right? Because like it will give combo and the board.
Bro, I have played against one Yubel in the past 2 months.
Yeah, because nobody fucking likes the deck. It's miserable.
I don't think it's that. I used to like the deck, but like then I realized why the fuck would I play this? It's not even versus Snake Eyes Finsmith. This deck is versus Snake Eye Fire King. Like that's the thing. Like this is a verse version of Snake Eyes Fire King. You run more bricks. You run same amount of hand traps as Snake Eyes Fire King, but you play verse into shit. You cannot go second because you bell when it tries to go second. They remove your normal bro. SP pass clears like you bell like going. You cannot beat SP pass sometimes. It's crazy. Like it's so fucking crazy how bad it can be. It doesn't even have to be IP into SP. It can just be SP pass. If you have one card Lotus, you're losing to SP pass.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is that like losing on normal summon removal is kind of like a trade between like a bunch of decks right now. It's like not like Blue Eyes is like clearing the board going second, right? It's like yes, it's hand trap or bust, but it's like like the engine itself is not really doing much. And the reason why I want to say that like Yubel is like low decent is because like I think it's like in my opinion it's a better White Forest.
No. No fucking way. I think White Forest is trash, but Yubel is even worse. No fucking way.
You think Yubel worse than White Forest?
I don't.
I think Yubel is just better, simply because of how well it works with Finsmith.
I don't think I can say. I would say, and I can say that Yubel is better than Labyrinth and Tier.
No fucking way, bro.
I can't say that. It's because it's just not true. I don't know. It's just way too many bricks. The deck can work and it works really well. But like realistically, like if you are playing Yubel for 3 days, you're gonna like break half of the time. Like you're gonna lose every game going second, and like it's not comparable with Blue Eyes because Blue Eyes runs 20 hand traps to compensate for it being having shit going second engine. Like your hands are usually like 3 hand traps every fucking game. So while in Yubel, like you are lucky to draw 1, and like you cannot beat anything.
Bestial cooks this.
Bestial doesn't do like one Bestial doesn't do much. 2 Bestial is good.
Yes, it depends.
I can give it like mid rogue. That's my vote. Like I don't think.
Okay. I'll concede to like mid rogue. Above gimmick puppets for sure. At least
Decent is crazy. Decent is crazy.
Yeah, decent is too much.
Decent is crazy. Yeah, but now we're gonna get to a really good deck finally.
Yeah, I'm calling very good.
Very good.
Mento's very good.
Easily very good. Easily very good.
Like on the right pilot, it's a crazy good deck. I think it's like Duelist Cup winner potential deck on the right pilot.
This deck is insane. It can break boards. It has crazy extension. It has some problems with like weak hand quality sometimes.
Yeah, like in general, hand quality. Like the thing about Memento is that like Memento hands either play through everything or through nothing. Like it's so extreme in some cases. Like the thing is like it's always about seeing the spells, right? Once you see the spells, I've broken like 5 disruption Blue Eyes board in draw phase because I saw spells, right? It's ridiculous, but it's like, or like sometimes like super poly can really help simply because like once super poly hits the field, right, you do clear a lot of the disruption, which makes it possible for Memento to like clear the rest, right? So very, very good. Unbreakable turn 1 field, right? There's almost nothing you can do that like actually breaks the board, right? Like you can Harpy, they don't care. You can try to like what is it, like Raigeki, they don't care. Bestials, most people don't even know how to bestial this deck properly, but if they have an extender, they will play through it. And another thing about Memento is that you will almost never get Memento to be on a weak board. Simply because, like, if they play through your hand trap, they will play full combo into the hand trap, right? It's similar to like Snake Eyes in that regard, right? Where it's like, for example, you Ash like OSS, for example, and if they have the Snake Eyes Ash, the Ash did nothing. Like your Ash actually did nothing. It's a similar case for Memento, right? You're gonna try to like Ash, for example, Horse. If they have Bond Party, it's full combo, doesn't fucking matter, right?
Yep.
So in that regard, it's very, very strong, right? And like as I said
Deck
again,
this deck is also strong against Fuwalos. It's
this
decent against
this deck
Fuwalos.
is also very strong as Fualos. Yes, I know some people yesterday because I was in the Meta Weekly yesterday and I had a choice between Fualos and Droll against Memento, and I chose Droll. You know, to like because I had both in hand, and I chose to Droll them simply because like Droll can be a skill check, but Fualos is literally they will end on like 4 or 5 disruptions and follow up by giving you just one Fualos draw.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
yes.
mean, full board is 1 to 2 draws, anyways.
Yes,
Except like if you don't go into SP and shit.
yes. You literally only pass up on SP.
Yeah.
You can do the full board with just the one draw, with just Creation King. I've gone through the lines before, but you can just summon the Creation King. You will skip out on like a few things, right? But you can just summon the Creation King, and that's it. And that's all you gotta do under Fualos, and it's fine, right? It cooks a lot
Creation
of
King
decks when you're
Michael.
going second, simply because like, what is Blue Eyes gonna do against a pump, right? It's like you put the true light on the field, it's gone, it's over, right? That's it, you
The
know.
Blue Eyes matchup is very 50-50. Yeah, going first, Blue Eyes has no chance against Memento. It's unplayable. You need to hand trap them
Yeah.
twice.
In
I think that
general,
has
Memento
one of the
has. I wouldn't say it's 50-50. Memento always has like a a better Blue Eyes matchup than most other decks, and just in general, like Blue Eyes does not like to see Memento simply because like they play Super Poly, which Blue Eyes doesn't like. They play a lot of ways to like dodge like Drill Beam or like Veilers or stuff like that, which again Blue Eyes does not like. And when you're going first, it's not winnable for Blue Eyes, right? Because like Blue Eyes will play hand traps, but it's like if they play through the hand traps, then the engine has no chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
depends.
think
Depends, right?
I think
Yeah.
that Memento has very good matchup into Blue. Even going second, I think it's one of the best decks to go second into Blue Eyes
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't really care about removing all the bodies. You don't really care about pops for the most part. Drill beam you can dodge, and it's like you have easy OTK lines that doesn't require you to even remove the opponent's board and shit. So like I think it's just very strong. With the right
Yeah.
hand, with the right, I think it has much better chance. Like good Memento hand has more chance than good Snake Eyes hand to break Blue Eyes build, or good Mermail hand even. It's
Yes,
sometimes tough
yes,
to break
yes, yes, yes,
the
yes,
Blue
for
Eyes.
sure, for sure. And another thing that is good about the Memento is that like unlike the next Super Poly deck we're gonna talk about, is that Super Poly's deck is better than in branded against Blue Eyes simply because like you can Super Poly the two Blue Eyes monsters, right? And then you can just do anything into an SP or a Zelia, and that gives Super Poly a lot more value, right? Because that turns the Super Poly, not only it cleared the two like spirits, for example, right? But it also turned those two into Azalea, which will clear like the Majesty, right? Or the Drill Beam or something, whatever, right? And then it's like on top of that, then you can just continue doing your plays, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But people started to adapt and started to pass on Baron, for example. But we talk about Blue Eyes later, so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not every end board is double Spirit Pass anymore.
I mean, yeah, it's not
People
double
are
spirit pass, but usually it's like it's spirit plus like plus seals. It can be spirit plus like they're gonna summon the blue eyes for the drill beam to be alive, right? It's gonna be like usually the board is always super polyable, right? Unless it's like very very rare situations, right? Because like you always want at least 2 dragons on the board, right? Be it for drill beam, be it for like seals, be it for the double spirit play, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely a very very good deck. You know, the one weakness this deck has is, as I said, just the hand quality. You know, it's like if the hand quality is not good,
Yes.
this deck can feel miserable, right? I
Yeah.
did try to do the rated climb last season with this deck, and I got frustrated simply because it would be like I would have just not good hands into Maxi. I would have like it's like the hand quality for going second would not be there, right? It can be a very frustrating deck to play, especially because it's also pretty hard, and also timer is also an issue. But like if you're good at the deck, right, and if you like really find the list to actually like fit you, it's like this deck is very very strong.
It's gonna Memento is gonna be a top 10 deck, definitely, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
It's a crazy deck. Yeah. It's not the best. but it's definitely very good.
Yep. And now for branded. Branded is, as I would like to say, it's kind of like a side grade to Memento, right?
I think it's still very good, but like it's
Branded
up
is-
there.
Branded is
It's
very good in my opinion.
it's a you can argue whichever of these above the other, right? But I say side grade because you trade you trade your turn one end board, right? The branded turn one is much weaker than Memento, right?
Crazy. It's still
What?
crazy, bro.
It
Like branded full board is still crazy.
it's
layered. It's a lot of disruptions.
it's layered, but the thing is, like, one cold buy will fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, the standard end board is not always like Quem, Cartesian, Mirror Jade, 2 sets, you know, it's like, it's not always that, you know, it's like, the standard end board, the more standard end board is just like a Mirror Jade, you're gonna have a Banishment or a in red, you know, and then you're gonna have like a Lost with Search and like all that jazz, right? It's good, but like it's not that insane. It's not like Memento Endboard is 4 Mad Apollo, 4 pops, you know, it's like a steal, whatever you want, you know, it's like it's so like you trade and you trade your Endboard for a much stronger play into removal, right? This deck that gives no fucks about removal. Zero
Branded
fucks.
going second is so insane, bro. It's fucking insane. Bro, it's so crazy, bro. Like in DC Cup, when you play against these Asian branded players, bro, like 53 cards, you know it's player. Oh, hell no. This guy cooks you, bro, like crazy. Goes through your field like butter. It's crazy. Like going second branded is so scary. Going first branded is still very, very, very good. It has also anti-maxi lines. Yes, they're not like that crazy, but they have it.
Yeah.
So I think branded is very good. They even got a buff to branded fusion, helps consistency a bit. Yeah, this deck is very good, and like always, it will perform like always.
Yeah. As long as player exists, branded will perform, right?
Exactly. This guy lives the deck,
You
and
know,
also
it's
other
like
players. Like there are also a lot of other good branded players.
branded gets hurt more by bestials than Memento. That is also true, which is why I say it's
Yeah.
kind of a side grade, you know.
I think
But
branded
it
is slightly worse.
but it
Yeah,
doesn't get hurt.
slightly worse.
Yeah, it doesn't get hurt by like Droll, you know, because like we say that Memento plays through Droll, but like the board is like the lines do get a bit awkward. Like the Droll is not as powerful, you know. Branded doesn't care. Branded normal summons Alduber. That's all the searching I will ever do, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a different weakness of hand traps, right? It's like branded cares more about bestials, Memento cares less about bestials, but it's like branded does not care about like maxi too much, whereas like Memento cares a lot more, you know. So branded breaks board for breakfast. I wouldn't go that far, you know. It's like not every hand, like, don't like most people that say that are not branded players, right? So they don't understand that not every hand is branded fusion, lost, and super poly. You know, it's like not every hand is like that. Most hands will be like Cartesia, Aluber, and the life will feel miserable against life will feel miserable against even fucking Apollo, right? It's branded draws 3 normals that makes me cry. Exactly. You know, it's like even Abo is washed now. Abo always been washed. But
07.
07 Abo. You know, like fallen but not forgotten. But yeah, so as I said, like always side get to Memento, always will perform. Very good deck. You know, it's like you can never sleep on branded. That's the thing. Like never.
Once again, yeah, very pilot dependent and shit. Like
Yep.
most of these very good decks are pilot dependent for the most cases, you know.
That is true. That is true.
Yes.
And speaking of pilot dependent, you know, there's Mermaid. Again, very high into very good.
Actually,
You know, no,
I would
definitely
say,
very good.
I would say it is better. No, very good for sure. But
Yeah.
I would say Mermail is better than Memento.
Um,
I think there is a
yes,
debate point here, not if it's very good or yeah.
I I can agree to that,
From
and simply
personal
because
experience, like this
yeah,
deck actually FTKs you, you know?
yes,
It doesn't care about common hand traps. Like one card combo doesn't get hurt by one hand trap, you need at least two. Like, you know, Ash Purge or like Ogre Ash or something like that to mess people up, you know. But like I think a good Mermail player will do good. The deck is also very good going second if you can answer Apo somehow. Or if there is no Apo.
okay, so the thing about like being very good going second, it's the boards are too high power right now for that to matter for the most part. It's like, what is it very good into? Let's leave it at
Depends.
that. So for example, it's like you try to go like you're up against Apollo, right? Poseidra,
yeah, Apollo is the only
Poseidra
problem.
activates in hand, so Apollo can negate it, right? It's like you normal summon a Mermail, right? And it's like, okay, IP, get it out of there, right? Yeah, I mean you normal summon Prince, IP, get it out of there. It's like, if in theory, yes, you know, like if the board, if it's a more mid-range board, you can definitely cook it, right? For example, like Finsmith, this deck cooks Finsmith boards for breakfast, right? Like Finsmith can't do anything to stop this deck. But
no, I mean, yeah, Snake Eyes. But like, if you're, you know, comparing any deck into Snake Eyes board, like maybe Branded has a chance. Maybe if they open Droplet Super Poly or some shit. Like, yeah. But like,
yeah,
realistically, no other deck plays into Snake Eyes board. But into other decks, like,
I mean,
I think you can break full Blue Eyes board. I think you can make you can you can.
I will
It's not
say it's
impossible.
hard. I don't see how this deck breaks full
It's
Blue Eyes
hard.
board.
It's
It's
hard,
like
but you have higher chances
normal
than
summon Neptubis
with
gets
like
cooked. Poseidra, you
yeah,
know,
it's
they just negate the graveyard effect. You know, it's like that. There's just hand traps to deal with. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, man. But
yeah,
like,
but
it's
it
the
can
one
do it.
weakness,
You know,
the real weakness about the deck is that it doesn't play that many hand traps, which means you do gotta rely on your engine for breaking the board. But if the board is not like full power, you can actually break it. Right? That's where
yeah,
this deck shines. So for
that's why
example,
you play
yeah,
high impact hand traps. That's
yeah.
why you
If you
play
play, so for
Nibs. That's
example,
why you play
if you
full
nib a
Terminator
board,
and shit.
if you nib a board, you can break the board. You can break the board. You know, that's like
Yeah.
the thing about this deck, right? If you
Well,
can
like
nib,
I feel like it
yeah.
has a very good matchup into like those two decks, Memento and Branded both. Like I
Uh,
think that like because Branded does not really have hard negates if you are not summoning Blood, and most people are not doing that
I
anymore.
mean, yeah, but like,
Uh,
do you care
you
about
know,
that though? It's like, well, what would they do? You know, normal summon Nepta Prince, you know, gets fucking banished by
it's not that it's Poseidra. It's Poseidra. Like Poseidra is very strong. It forces stuff out. That's the most because it's Mermail is a deck that can like it's a skill check deck. Like because after you summon Poseidra and start targeting shit, bouncing shit, and dealing with the board, like it's like on your opponent to play it to the point where that make your Poseidon not matter, you know.
yeah.
For example.
The one thing about Mermail against these two decks is like, if Mermail goes first, these two decks stand no chance.
Yeah. I mean, I
Like,
don't think any of these decks under it except maybe Tempai if they draw like
yeah,
either
the
four
thing is
hand
that
traps.
like Mermail can struggle if it's like too many hand traps, right? But or like few hand traps, but like timed well depending on the hand quality, right? But it's like Memento and Branded do not play many hand traps, right? They rely on like
Yeah.
breakers, and it's like enjoy your super poly in the graveyard, right? Uh, no Pearly Rip.
I mean,
Unironically, Pearly has a very strong matchup into Mermail.
I'm telling you, like, look at all these decks under Marmel and in the tier with Marmel, like, and tell me like one deck that has good matchup going second into Marmel, except maybe Tempai, maybe. Like there is
Yeah,
no deck that does. Stun gets instantly obliterated. Kashtira gets instantly obliterated with no shifter. Like Labyrinth gets cooked, Tyr gets cooked, Yubel gets cooked, White Forest,
I mean,
like every deck. Every deck
unironically,
gets.
hear me out. If you're up against Branded, right? If Branded is going second, and you rip their hand, and they have still in hand Super Poly and Aluber, they win.
Yeah, but like if you see Super Poly, you're gonna you rip three cards. Like you pick one and two are random. Like you
True,
can pick to rip Super Poly.
true. Mermail
Can
should
I
be
say
placed
something about this?
before Meme. Okay, so the reason why I do agree that Mermail is better than Memento is because average hand quality in Mermail is higher than average hand quality in Memento. right? The hand quality difference is what I think puts Mermail better than Memento. Like Mermail hand quality is in general very, very good.
Yeah, and it's very good. Like one card is very good into cantrips. There is a lot of combinations that just play well into cantrips. Like with Memento, you kind of know what to expect when you're hand trapping. You know, like you hit the Anguish, you can expect Bomb Party, Goblin Biker spell or Fusion, for example.
Yeah.
With Mermail, it can be like I don't know, Rhine. It can be fucking Minstrel Pitch Shadow Squad. It can be Tius Pitch Shadow Squad. It can be Tius Pitch Dragoons. It's just so many combinations that like extend in different ways. You know, so like you cannot really calculate which hand trap are you gonna use on the first thing you see, or if you're gonna use it because you have no idea what the fuck is in hand.
Memento...
Obviously, like Maxi is Maxi. I think we should just ignore Maxi, like because Maxi cooks almost every deck.
I mean, yeah, like okay, so I guess like if you count Maxi, it's like there's like in-engine hands. Like I guess like Memento does a bit better into Maxi than Mermail, right? But it's like most of the time it won't matter, you know. It's like even the anti-Maxi line for Memento is like 2 pops, you know. It's not like a proper board.
Yeah, I mean anti-Maxi for Mermail is also a bounce and a pop. Like you can set up the graveyard for no.
Can I say something about this deck, please?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this deck shouldn't exist. Okay, let's go on.
I do agree with that. I like
deck
Mermail.
Is a terrible design deck.
Yes.
Fucking toxic, terrible designed, uninteractable. You need to draw 3 hand traps for 1 card. Not once per turns. Doesn't care about anything. Mulling Glacier should be banned. Minstrel is terrible. Look at your opponent's hand.
Okay, so I'll say one thing. I'll say one thing. I think Mermail is a fair deck if you ban Mulling Glacier.
That's what I was saying.
Because the board is actually not all that, you know. It's like
the board is mid. The board is mid.
The board's terrible, but like if my opponent watches my hand, I think the mechanic of watching your opponent's hand shouldn't exist. That's a terrible designed like idea. I don't know why Konami does that. It's terrible. Look at your opponent's hand, so that you have like no surprising cards that can hit you. You know everything what to play around. It's so stupid. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, I think like the fact that
you're right.
It's similar to
but
like
you know what's the thing? Even when you see the hand, there is some stuff you cannot play around. Like you can never play around Super Poly, you know.
I think part about skill in Yu-Gi-Oh is about what to expect when you play against the deck, and giving like decks the advantage of like looking to your opponent's hand, knowing what you're up against is so fucking retarded. I don't know. I don't think it should be in the game, but it is. Okay, whatever.
I mean, but does it really matter?
In my opinion, yes.
If Minstrel banished one random card from your hand, for example, like, do you still think that you win even if they don't see the hand? Probably.
I mean, okay. Let's compare Minstrel with our goat Chimera, the Flying Beast, bro, that rips a random card in the end phase.
Bro, how we comparing that to like an unplayable deck, bro?
Bro, I'm saying that hand trip is not a problem as long as A, they don't see my hand, and B, the hand trap is not like when they want. Because if I have a hand trap that could maybe stop them, for example, Nibiru, they can just rip it out of my hand. They could just see, oh, Nibiru, okay, 0-7, and I lose the game.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? The thing about Mermail is like, I do agree. Like the design is horrible, right? But it's similar to like Gimmick Puppet in that way for me, right? It's like decks that have like FTK styles should not be that strong going second, right? Going first, right? And Mermail plays through infinite hand traps. Like breakers will just get hand ripped, right? It's fucking what is it? Even the fucking like blowout hand traps, you know, you still have Minstrel for them. It's so like miserable to play against Mermail when they're going first that it's just horribly designed. I do not think this deck should exist. I do agree with that. I played this deck for like 2 days and I'm sick of it. I'm ill. I am ill. Like I felt like whenever I win, I felt like a villain, you know?
Okay, hear me out. Not to get me wrong, this deck is crazy. This deck is super good.
Yeah.
It's gonna get top 10. It's a crazy deck for this DC Cup. You should play it. But I hope they get rid of that shit. It's non-games. It's literally people complain about Tempai, and then they play this. It's fucking hypocrites, bro. It doesn't make sense in my eyes. It's fucking terrible. Going second, this deck is fine. I think going second is something different in this deck, because it actually plays into boards. It has like different plays to like break boards and shit. That's cool. I think that's a cool point about this deck. But going first, this should not exist. This is not cool Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah. I'm sad that this exists, actually.
I do agree with that. I've said this before on stream, but yes, I do dislike how Mermail plays going first. It's so annoying. It's so bullshit.
Yep.
But yeah, so Mermail top of very good for now, I think. Do we all agree with
Yes.
that? Better than Memento.
Yep.
Yep.
So let's go. Punk.
Decent.
Punk is a weird spot. Punk is decent if you see Kashtira cards. It's rogue if you don't see them. Actually, it's almost borderline unplayable if you don't see the Kashtira card. It's the Kashtira cards.
I genuinely believe there could be a Punk maniac that is going to win. I believe it's possible.
I think it's like fucking Tasuku, you know, has won way too many fucking DC Cups with Punk.
Nah, bro. Nah. Actually, unplayable because Tasuku plays it. Last time he played White Forest. So yeah, unplayable.
Nah, I think that was just a White Forest thing, bro. Like even Tasuku could not, even Tasuku the goat could not carry White Forest. But I think like so I think
maybe top of decent, but
I don't think top of decent. It's the thing is like it's way too reliant on drawing the Kashtira cards, you know.
Yeah, but I think it's way better than Snake Eyes Fire King, for example. I think it's way better because like you during your combo you draw like 6 cards, bro.
You draw 2, but it's
the deck is very good. I like it.
Okay, so there's also one thing that does make it like strong, I guess, is that like it can be hard to out Psychic and Punisher, so
I mean,
it's way too reliant on sacking. They do it every time, pretty much. You know, I did climb to like I believe I did it to like 1650 with Punk last time.
Let me tell you, chat. 90% of this game is sacking. The only time that skill really matters is amongst top players. Like when you are very high, that's when like you know when skill matters. Usually, this game is just hand comparing. Like 80% of the time, you're gonna look at your hand and be like, "Yeah, I can't lose," or "Yeah, I can't win."
And
it is what it is.
And it also happens between pro players. Shout out to when I joined the judo like room, and then I ran into Mordred, and Mordred hand trapped me, right? Once. And no, twice. He maxied me, and then he also ashed me, I believe, right? And then I look at the hand with talents. I see 4 starters. I see 3 starters and a cold buy.
It was cold buy, Snake Eyes. No, I top deck Snake Eyes Ash, Witch, Engraver.
So yeah, I saw his hand. It was Engraver, Sangejin, Diabel, and cold buy. Like what do you mean?
Something like that.
And I'm like, oh, okay, so like what do I do? You know, it's like I tried to do the most minimal board possible, but I had a Baron against 3 starters. Like, what am I going to do? And I can't even like hold it for like a choke point because like scoop. I did scoop, yes, you know. But you know, it's like
I'm telling you that this game is way more hand comparing than you might think it is. Like, I don't know. There is if I don't know, man. I even think that amongst like good players, it's hand comparing, and like skill matters if the skill difference between players is very big.
I think
like if you're playing versus a platinum player, yeah, you're gonna win going second because they're not gonna combo optimally. But like against a player that combos optimally, bro, you're gonna look at your hand and be like, yeah, no.
So yeah, another thing is that like how they put this, like skill even among like top players usually comes into play in like when the game state becomes Among Us. Okay, shut up, Pesho. When the game state becomes like a bit more complex, right? So for example, like when it's like for example, like if Mordred goes first, full Snake Eyes combo, I don't have the hand trap, now no skill is gonna make me break that, you know. But the idea is that like unless I use skills from Duel Links, but like once you get to like the turn 3, turn 4, you know, where you could like kind of break the board, then I think skill comes into play. But like before that, it's like very rare.
Yeah, I mean, if you can force the grind game, you try to do it, and then you hope your opponent misplays. That's
Yeah,
that. That's it.
and that's my goal, by the way. I never like hard scoop in tournaments or like in DC Cups because I'm always assuming my opponent is not playing perfect, and if he fumbles the slightest time, I will win. That's my attitude.
Bro said my goo
So I
like
never.
he invented not scooping. Okay, buddy.
Nah, bro, but like, bro, I went second, nah, bro, but like, come on, like,
Yeah,
I know
but
people.
it's even more frustrating when your hand is like so trash that like your opponent like misses on like 4 disruptions that he could have had and you still lose. Like that's even more frustrating. Like that's fucking insane. I don't know. Like I had opponent. My opponent turtle summoning Snake Eyes Ash. The end board was IP. What was it? It was IP. No Flamber. It was like I think IP Caesar was the end board, and I couldn't beat it. Like only IP and Caesar after normal summon Snake Eyes Dash. I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't beat it, bro. It
Yeah,
was
but like, if we come back to the luck like talk or like the part about like hand comparison, if the game would only be hand comparison, then not like the good players are doing good every week, every damn DC Cup, you know.
yeah,
That,
yeah.
that's,
I mean, but honestly, I think that has to do with the thing that some people know how to play DC. You know that's like a very valuable skill that you gotta have. You have to know how to play DC. You have to know it's not like really in-game mechanic. It's more you can read the meta, you can read what's played, you can adapt your deck accordingly. You can switch the deck if possible, and like that way you increase your win rate to the point where or like we talked about this yesterday when Tasuku won 30 coins and went from 50k to 80k.
yes, I know what
Like
I know what you're referring, but like, bro, every time the same guys do very good, at least get top 100 consistently. That has to do something with skill checks, you know,
Yeah,
skill
but the
this,
thing, yeah,
player this.
yeah,
that's the thing, right? So thing is,
sometimes, sometimes,
in
yeah.
general, like when you play that many games, right? Like luck kind of balances out. It's like basic mathematical like concepts, right? Like the more you like do something, the more likely it's gonna come to like the actual 50% that is luck, right? So
It
like
depends.
in
But like,
like
okay, let me take this for example. Like Yugioh streamed his last Duelist Cup, right? He was like very high. He had potential to win it until the like very last few hours. He was like up there. But his coin toss was so fucking shit. It was crazy. On the other hand, like you can have somebody that has like that like ends up having like a 60% coin toss win rate at the end of the Duelist Cup that is much less skilled than you do, and they can do similarly as you do based on that fact. I go first, I win.
I mean, yeah, but
Like it is not impossible. It is not
it's no,
impossible. So luck
and
does play some amount of
yeah,
It's a card game,
part.
obviously.
but like
Yeah.
it's definitely like
Obviously,
it's a luck game,
obviously.
like this game is definitely a luck game,
No, but I'm saying
but yeah,
if
it
something
does balance
happens,
out during DC Cup. Like it does balance out more than
yes,
like
also in
most other
tournament
formats.
scenes, like also in tournament scenes, if people are topping every week, it cannot be only luck, and that's what people don't
No,
understand.
in tournaments, yeah, but that's what I'm saying because sometimes the skill gap is way too big between two players that it starts mattering, or between one player and the rest of the players. Like it starts mattering then. But like for example, if you have like if I play against Ryan and I open like Ash Diabellstar Sang Engine called by Ash, like I'm most likely winning, even though I'm most likely not better player.
Yes, you can lose the games in Yu-Gi-Oh! That happens. Yes,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
just yeah, like better player is not always going to win.
No,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
but in a format like DC Cup, it doesn't matter because you play so much games that
Yep.
this is not a relevant thing,
And
I would say.
yeah, another thing
It
is that
doesn't
like
always matter, but
the
it
luck is not
can
just a coin
potentially
toss,
matter.
right? The luck is not just a coin toss, but things like it does balance out overall because like you could go second, but you'll have like Fua Maxi, going second, which is like super
Yeah,
fucking good.
yeah.
At that point,
Okay, what I'm trying,
so like overall, it's like yeah,
yeah, what I'm trying to say is that it's not as much in-game skill as it's mental, and like how you approach the like tournaments or DC Cup, as a matter of fact. Like you need to know how to play this like certain event in what manner do you want to. Like how many games do you want to play, for example, in Duelist Cup, or like how you want to deck build your deck for Challenger Cup and stuff like that. It's not like all the in-game skill, it's like more how your mental is, because like that's what separates like I think top 10 and the rest of the people.
Yeah, fair.
You know, like I don't really believe that there is that much of a difference between like 70k player and like 50k player, but like but there is that mentality of the 70k player is just much better, you know, and approach to the tournament and the deck choice and adapting to the meta, that it makes that difference in the end of like of those, you know, because like, you know, if you did play like even as a 70k, you do play against 50ks, you know, and you do lose some games, you know.
Yeah, obviously.
It is what it is, but like your mental is just so much better that like you can force your opponent into misplaying even though they're not bad, you know. So like it's not like, you know, all in-game skill. Is what I'm trying to say. It's
Yeah.
like more of the approach issue, I guess,
Yes.
for the most players, you know. Because like even you have Josh. Like I think Josh and Ryan are you know, not that far apart skill wise, for example, but like in Duelist Cup, Ryan always does insane, and you know, Josh doesn't always do insane, you know, for
Yes.
example. So yeah,
Yep. Let's go on
Um,
with
okay.
decks.
Pinsmith control.
Decent.
No, I think
Decent,
it's very good.
above.
I think it's definitely very good. I think it's definitely very good.
Uh,
I mean, I could agree with that. I think it's definitely decent.
I don't know. I'm looking at Branded Memento and Marmel, and I'm like, this
Yeah,
deck, like because like even if you look at it, like these decks that are very good, you are gonna face them a lot.
thing is like
And like
okay, so like
control has
okay, so like
shit
Pinsmith
matchup into all of
control
those.
into what?
It has shit matchup into all of those.
No,
Shit matchup
no,
into
it
Marmel,
farms branded. What? It's
into
bestials.
Yeah, against Brandon
into
is really good. Against Brandon
It
is really
farms
good.
branded. It farms blue eyes. You know, like Memento. If they're smart, they can do good. You know, but it's like Memento is on the
Yeah.
bad matchup. Sure,
Also,
like Mermail is also bad, but it's
you
like
play 200. You play like 200 non-engine cards.
it's like
Your going second is really strong. Like, yeah, the engine doesn't push against full boards, but against Fiends with Control, there will most likely never be a full board because they're playing too much hand traps.
yes.
Deck is really good. It's a bit slacking going first because Branded can easily push through that board.
I mean that's the
Um,
biggest issue. All of these decks push through this board.
Most decks
yes,
can
but
push
going
to
second,
most decks can push to the
going
board, but the
second is
thing
like
is like
6
it's like the board plus like bestials, Ash, Maxi, whatever it is, you know, it's like it's just the fact that it's literally just a hand trap spam, and I think it's the best hand trap spam deck in the game.
It's the best hand trap spell in the game. Yeah, this deck has one problem that I realized, and that is Max C, because in the control deck, I mean, sure, you can pass with a non-engine, but against Millennium Engine, for example, you just die. Like, for example, the main end board I was always going for with like a lot of hand traps was like SP Caesar, which is like an okay end board. Like, it deals with a lot of stuff, and then you have like 4-3 non-engine, which deals with the rest, which is good. But the problem is Millennium Engine, because Millennium
Yeah.
Engine doesn't care about Caesar,
Doesn't care
so they
about
just
Caesar,
fucking
yeah.
run over it.
Yeah,
Doesn't care
but
about Caesar, so that's the problem with the end board. But I think this deck is very good. It's also a very relaxing deck because it's not the hardest one to play, I would say. You just need to know the choke points, like where to hand trap and shit. But if you know that, this deck is definitely a good contender. I would put it in. Yeah, okay, I agree with very good actually, if I think about it.
yeah.
The Blue Eyes matchup is not as perfect as you assume. It's definitely very good, the matchup, but it's not like free.
Yeah,
Definitely not a
it's
free.
not
Yeah.
free, but it's definitely like advantageous.
It's favored, yeah, obviously. It's favored, yes, but it's
My
definitely not.
call would be top of decent, but like if you agree on very good, it's very good.
Yeah,
whatever.
bottom of very good, I would say. It's definitely
Yeah,
playable.
yeah.
And I'm also definitely gonna like prepare it to play it in the WCQ.
Yeah.
I am personally not seeing it win, but we'll see. That's my
It could
personal
definitely
opinion.
get a top 10. It would definitely get the top
Yeah.
10.
Now we have Blue Eyes.
Okay,
Top
so
top of very good, like very top of very good. Do we agree with that?
I would say so. Hear me out. People are started to hating about Blue Eyes, and yes, this deck plays bricks. Yes, this deck also, like, the hand quality got a bit worse. I agree. The deck is not drawing that good hands as it drew like 1 month ago. I agree. But this deck, I was playing it on rated, and actually I was like climbing like crazy the last days. I think Blue Eyes is still a very crazy deck. It has the best anti-Maxi line. The Primate engine is one of the most broken engines in the game, I would say. Fuva, you don't give a fuck. Maxi, also like whatever. Your opponent's like upstart for 1, okay. It can pass on like multiple disruptions very easily. Going second, it's a hand trap spam, 20 hand traps. Again, Dominance Purge, crazy card at the moment. I think this deck is very, 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 very good. And people are overhating it, I think. Deck is still
I
very
mean,
good.
are they overhating it? I think most of the hate is just the fact that like the deck is boring, right? Doesn't DK think Physical Control is the best deck? Well, yeah, because his tier list says so. Like, what is he gonna say? Like, my tier list sucks. Come on. Like, it's the most Physical Control is the most represented deck simply because like it's a very simple deck. It's a very like grind focused deck. People are tired of Snake Eyes. You know, it's like you can farm a lot of other shit. Like, you know, when there's no Snake Eyes, you can farm most of the other decks. You know, around like Blue Eyes, Branded, which is also like very used right now, right? But it's like, you know, Blue Eyes is still best deck with Snake Eyes. If you think otherwise, Cap, you come on now.
I mean,
It
it can
It's
compare with Snake
it's
Eyes.
not.
it's not comparable. It's not comparable because it's a whole different playstyle. It's a whole different playstyle. You are safer against hand traps that Snake Eye dies to, but you're paying that off with a lot weaker engine to push through boards. So it has definitely a lot of upsides, but it also has some downsides compared to Snake Eyes. And I think it's worse than Snake Eyes, yes. But in my opinion, Blue Eyes is the second best deck you can play in the DC Cup, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm
it's gonna
saying.
be my main deck.
So
It's gonna be my main deck. So yeah.
That's why I say it's like top of very good, right? It's like the second best deck. You know, I don't think it's like in the league with Snake Eyes. I think Snake Eyes is like better for sure, but you know, it's like it's definitely the next best thing, basically, right?
Yes. You still need a good deck list. You still have to figure out, okay, do you want to play Periodize Map? Do you want to play 2 bingo machines? Are you like cutting down on non-engine for more engine? Are you like fine with the engine starters you have and playing more non-engine to hand trap your opponent to death? Like the deck list has to be perfected still. But I do really hardcore believe in this deck. I think this deck is really good. The amount of times where I played Primate Control, like I didn't draw a single Blue Eyes card, Primate Control is still good. Like if I have Primate, like if I pass on Seals with Drill Beam, free hand traps, it's still hard to beat, right? And the grind is crazy with that deck. Fiends with Control matchup is a bit annoying, but it works. Yeah. And also Snake Eyes, like Snake Eye pushing through that board, I never saw it happen. Like it happened like
through
not
Blue
that
Eyes,
much.
it can push through like a weaker Blue Eyes board, but not through like
It
a
can
full
push.
Blue Eyes
Yeah,
board.
full board's unbreakable. You cannot break
So
it with Snake Eyes.
basically,
I'm
like the
sorry.
way I see it, like if Snake Eyes opens like Ash and like all strong engine, it can push through the board, right? Because you can just Ash the what is it, the wishes, right? And that does make the board like significantly weaker, and I think you can just push with the rest. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's
I mean,
very
you can push if you don't see Blue Eyes engine, you can push through Primate board. I think most of the time. So yeah.
When you say
Yeah, but the deck is still very good.
full board,
Hey,
you
it's very
mean
good. Yeah.
1 spirit or 2 spirit? I mean, it's like 1 spirit or 2 spirit doesn't matter too much. It's mostly about like, do they have the trap? Do they have the primate? Do they have
Blue
the
Spirit
1
is
spirit?
rarely happening anymore. It's like rarely happening anymore.
Yeah, because like
I'm not even playing Crimson Package anymore. I think in the deck.
you know why? Because most of the time your hand is so fucking good, you don't want to discard a card for wishes. That's the thing. But when I play this deck, my hands are like 2 engine pushes and 3 crazy non-engine cards. Why would I want to discard a card for wishes and lose against Ash Blossom? I'm just gonna set the trap, pass on 1 spirit or Baron, draw a card with the Kroko. I don't fucking know. I pass with like 3 set cards, 1 Baron, 4 cards in hand, 2 Veilers among them, and I'm fucking good. Like what is like you have auto win against Tempai also. That's a good point. Auto win against Tempai. You have auto win against stun. You're not gonna lose to stun with this.
True.
You have a very good matchup against like this fucking Kashtira deck. It's also like that's gonna be part of the DC Cup. It's gonna be there. I think going first deck is really good. The only deck that actively broke my board when they drew Cracked was fucking Branded. Branded matchup is a bit of meh, I would say.
I mean, Branded the Memento. Like, I think these are the 2 main like problems for the deck.
Yeah.
Basically, like super poly decks can be tough.
Yeah, but they have to open it. If they don't open that, it's still Gucci for me. I'm still.
Yeah.
You
You have to open.
Nowadays I'm usually going for Baron on my end board. Like Baron, Drill Beam, and Majesty, and Veiler. That is like that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, it always depends, right? It always depends. But the deck is still very strong, and I will definitely try to get to Worlds with Blues. That's my plan.
It was
I
good
think this
Mosaki.
deck is relaxing. I mean, I have played B, but I will not talk about that because I'm very sad.
Bros plan B's Chimera.
No, no.
Um, yeah. So now Crystron. I think Crystron is top of decent.
It's
Yeah,
decent.
that was my thought as well. That's
Yeah,
what I would put it.
like the
It's very
best
decent.
decent deck. You know, it's like
Yes.
it's like almost very good, but it's like it does have like a couple weaknesses that make it like not good. Why is
Yes.
VV unplayable? I mean, this is for like a WCQ like list, right? It's not that VV is like a bad deck. It's just that like there's like so many
No,
options
it is
before
a bad
you
deck.
get to VV. You know, it's like
Yeah. So why would you play Voices if you can play Blue Eyes, for example? That was the main argument. Voices is just a better control deck.
Punk
with better
clears
non-engine,
Crystron.
better
No,
coins.
no, he doesn't. Punk does not clear Crystron.
Yeah, Crystron is a good deck.
This is not about like matchups between like specific decks. It's like matchups of the certain deck, like against the rest of the meta.
In general, the fact that like Crystron has like so much going for it, right? So first of all, the trap cluster is so broken, right?
Yeah, Cluster's good.
No, I mean, first of all, is that people have no fucking idea what the deck does.
I mean,
That's like the main
we're
advantage.
going to assume they'll learn, right? We're going to assume they will learn. But the thing is that like this deck can play Millennium Engine, very good, right? It plays very good into imperms, right? Because for example, if you open the Trist, right, and then like the spell, for example, there is like I've gone full combo. There was no point in that combo where they could imperm, right? And like you don't even need to pass up on anything, right? You can still get your full board, but there's no good place where they can imperm. And after you get the full board, right? It's run to good Crystron player yet? Yeah, because it's day 2. It will happen. You will run into them. Don't worry. But it does not play like at all into Bestials, right? The one of the bigger weaknesses ish of the deck is Nib, but Nib is there's also anti-Nib lines, especially with Millennium, right? Millennium does also like clear Nib basically, right? Because you can just make a Photon Lord, you can make Barons, you have a lot of options, right? So it does play good into draw.
To be fair, 1 second. To be fair, if you open Millennium, it plays a bit worse into Maxi. Because I think that's a big upside about the deck, that it actually has some good plays against Maxi. And Fuva, obviously. Fuva even better. Like, this deck against Fuva is, like, crazy. It has done, like, 5 disruptions or something.
No, what do you mean? No, you don't on that much, you know?
It's on like, the Fuva? Like, I saw some Nezu lines, he ended on, like, 4 disruptions on the Fuva.
Okay, so the thing about Fuwa is that like you can get a couple searches, you can get the trap, you can get some stuff, but like you do.
Yeah, what Tauli just wrote.
Fuwa is zero draws for Querion, Dragster, Cluster.
Yes, at least like 3 disruptions plus non-engine in hand.
Quarion is an insane one though, because Quarion is 3 banishes from field and grave.
That actually looked decent. I told them like they look not bad.
Interesting. But yeah, so also very good into draw, right? It's similar to Memento in draw in case of draw, right? Because it's like sure it does hinder you, but you also can do like a lot of plays by sending stuff to the graveyard and then adding them back to the hand, you know? 3 stars at the top 2, thanks. Yo, honey, you know, you've been drinking too much. I'm sorry. But yeah, honestly, like very top of decent. Like the one weakness of the deck is like it's kind of miserable going second, you know, it's like you don't have like without Millennium, it is unironically a struggle to out a Nib token. Like I mean,
Kidart yesterday, Kidart was struggling with outing my Yugioh monsters, bro. Holy shit, and they didn't do anything.
There's the thing. The thing is that like the deck does not have proper going second tools. You know, it doesn't have like the Baron is hard to make. You know, but it doesn't have like those like whatever. Like it doesn't have the fucking Snake Eyes has the pushing back to the back row. Blue Eyes has the fucking run over shit with big guys. You know, it's like your biggest guy is a 3000 beater, and it's not too easy to summon. You know, and the thing is that like, uh, once you add Millennium into this though, like it can be like better into going second, but it's still, you know, it's like it doesn't play enough hand traps to where like that does too much. You know, it's uh it's definitely a strong deck, but not in leagues with like the others. I think, you know.
Yeah, it's a decent deck that will get top 100 definitely.
Yeah, for
People will
sure.
play it
I can
well.
definitely see this being top
Um,
100 for sure.
like I think the upside with like good Maxi and Fubalos plays, I value them highly in DC Cup, because if you want to reduce variance that is caused by Maxi and Fuva, you just can play like decks that like doesn't give a fuck about these cards. You know what I'm saying? That's why I value Blue Eyes very good. That's why I value Crystron as like a really good deck. Also, Fiends of Control. I mean, Fiends of Control pretty much problem against Maxi, but so yeah, I think Crystron definitely has potential, and it's a cool design deck. I like it. I think it's a cool deck.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
don't
think
hate
it's a
it.
cool deck. Yep. Like,
It's a cool deck. Okay, and now we can stop the episode, right?
Okay, guys. Okay, let's
it
talk
is that
about
time of the day,
mine.
boys. It is that time of the week. Guess which one is the best deck? Niciboy,
Nice.
do you want the honors?
Gbbc was nice today, guys. I'm gonna go. Okay, have a nice evening. 2 weeks. But this deck doesn't even make sense. This deck doesn't even make sense. Okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Can I start, please? Okay, you know what? You know what I did? I crafted that deck. Okay, hear me out, please. Hear me out, guys. I'm saying it on stream. I crafted that deck. Okay, guys. You know why? You know why? Because I want to go to fucking Worlds. I love to go to Worlds, bro. It's such a dream. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh for like 10 years, and like if I have to make a deal with the devil and craft that deck, I will do it, bro. I don't give a fuck. This deck is fucking insane. That dog shit crazy good, bro. I have no clue what I was doing, but I fucking full comboed my opponents, 15 interruptions. I play like through 4 hand traps. This deck doesn't even make sense. Millennium, Sengenjin, my fucking brother, bro. This card makes like 5 pushes. Why the fuck is this card so good? Why the fuck is this deck so good? I don't fucking care. Like, and I will dismantle this deck as soon as it fucking the World Championship qualifier is over. I will dismantle this deck on stream. Fuck this terrible deck. Whoever plays that is a bad human. I'm gonna tell you. Whoever plays this, like seriously, is like just a bad human. I don't respect you in real life. I don't care. You're a bad person. You should stop like playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't care. This deck is so badly designed. I don't understand it. Why Konami? Why can this deck exist for 17 months, bro? I got my airlifter to free after 12 months. I was waiting a year to get my airlifter to free. This fucking deck exists for like nearly 2 years, and it's still the best deck for 2 fucking years. Why? Why? Can someone explain this to me? They are not like even anime girls, big boobies. There's nothing with this deck, bro. They're fucking disgusting pieces of whatever. What the fuck is even Snake Eye? What is this even? I don't fucking know. Like burning eyes, bro. I don't fucking know. Bro, like give me a fucking break. This is so fucking terrible. Terribly designed, terribly marketing. Konami loves Blue Eyes, right? Because Blue Eyes is like, yeah, it's Konami, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is Blue Eyes. Bro, they make Blue Eyes the best deck. They make Blue Eyes the best deck for like 1 month because yeah, batches, you know, Blue Eyes W, and then this fucking deck, bro. This deck has no existence, like no reason to exist in my eyes. What the fuck, bro? I can't do this anymore. I'm dying. I'm dying. And then I watch fucking Twitter. I open Twitter. I see the Asians like, oh guys, I got top 10 rated with my new creative deck. It's Snake Eyes. I play. Oh yeah, crazy. I play like 6 Millennium cards. I play. No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Bro, when like fucking people like Fictinium write in the chat like, yo guys, I got my new Snake Eyes, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fucking like I don't give a shit about you. I don't give a shit about you, about your deck list, about whatever you do. Mordred is talking like, yeah, but Snake Eye, like, how do we like no, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about you. Kill this deck. Kill this deck. I even renamed my deck in Master Duel to kill this deck. Like, bro, when you watch Decade streams, right? I was watching my Decade stream because I played Are You Gay, right? I played Are You Gay, right? Bro, and there was still that one Snake Eye guy. And bro, like this deck is so boring. Even the Decade viewers are posting the fucking sleeping green frog in the chat. Can you post it? The fucking
sleeping
frog in the bed, bro?
sleeping grip frog.
The sleeping frog, bro, because this deck is so fucking, bro. Like, I can't. This deck is so fucking boring. I can't believe it, bro. Holy shit. And the problem is I have to play that. I have to play that. If I want to go to Worlds, I have to play that. Because this deck plays through 5 hand traps. Why? Why? This deck has no choke points. Tell me one choke point. I give you $100 on fucking PayPal. If you tell me one choke point, tell me one.
Oak,
like, bro-
Oak, someone from deck.
Yeah, surely. That's a choke point, right?
Yeah.
Or even if I Nibiru them, they end on 12 disruptions. Remember when Konami created Nibiru to like reduce the board strength of like decks? Yes, if I fucking Nibiru Snake Eyes, they end on 15 disruptions. And I hand loop myself for free. Fucking magicians, bro. Unbelievable. Hell no, bro. And then these Asians, bro, they play fucking tricky tactic talents. They play talents. And like even if I try to interact with their fucking FDK combo, they're gonna look at your hand, they're gonna remove your best starter, and then you can never break my
First,
board.
I'll show you the one card poplar combo.
Shut the fuck up in the back row, bro. Shut up, bro. What you gonna show me, bro? For one card poplar. Yeah, bro. Yeah, open the Snake Eye combo. Okay, open this. Okay, let's watch this, guys. Okay, guys, so first we're gonna normal summon poplar. Okay, we get OSS. Bro, turn the fucking audio off, bro. Turn the audio off. Yeah, Poplar's gonna place in the back row. Yeah, crazy, bro. How innovative. I never seen this combo. Can you explain it, please, to me?
There is
What
three
does it
snares.
do? Also, it doesn't matter what you start, right? It doesn't matter if you start Diabell, Bonfire, OSS, Oak. It doesn't matter what you open. Deck has no choke point. You're gonna end on 500 disruption anyways. I have no clue how this deck works, and I gained 120 points in 1 hour. How? I have no idea. I just click buttons. I activate Sengenjin, people scoop. I special Diabell, people scoop. People scoop. Like, explain this to me. Look at this guy. Is a fucking. He's Russian. Can Russians even play Yu-Gi-Oh? No way.
Chill.
How do you know he's Russian?
His extra deck was Russian. Like he clicked on something that was like Russian letters. What? You saw that? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And bro, like you have to imagine, like guys. I mean, that's the kind of a voiceover from me right now, right? I'm so logged in right now. You have to imagine, guys, they print a pack like 1 week before the most important tournament of the season. They print a pack and they release Are You Gay? And fucking, what was the other deck? Mimigul and like Battle Wasp and like, who the fuck cares? Bro, my Ryuga deck that I played yesterday that ended on like 2 disruptions. Bro, I was jumping through hoops. I offered my family as a tribute, bro, and I ended on 2 disruptions. Snake Eye, whatever they activate, they end on 15 disruptions. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Why should everyone buy this new pack, guys? Why should anyone give a fuck? This deck is clearly the best deck. You see it right now. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at what Earth. Yeah, Appaloosa. Fucking great card. I'm gonna click 7 times on the left mouse button, and I'm gonna negate everything you do. W gameplay, bro. W fucking gameplay. Get me out of here, bro. I can't do this anymore. Just put that deck at the top and let's end the stream, bro. I can't. Please.
Yeah.
Okay,
So.
okay.
Please. I'm fucking done. I can't do this. Don't say anything about this. I said everything that needs to be. The deck is the best deck. It's gonna win the WCQ. It's gonna win the World Championship. It's gonna win the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Championship 2040 because it's deck gonna be legal. Because in 5 years, Konami will say, "Oh yeah, you know what, Snake Eyes? Yeah, Snake Eyes is fine. Diabell Star to 2. Okay, let's go. Another year. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fuck. Yeah, it's cool deck, bro. Was there even a time before Snake Eye existed in Master Duel? Was there even a time? I don't remember actually.
Yeah, we had tier 0, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, but even Tierlist is a better designed deck than this, bro. Because if I imperm Kid Colors, at least I'm assured that I removed some parts of the end board. Some. It doesn't matter what I imperm against Snake Eye. It doesn't even matter. Nothing matters. If I drop Maxi, 2 things are gonna happen. Either they Ash or Cold Buy, or they fucking draw themselves. They have 7 outs against my Maxi. I will not win against this deck. I can't.
Wait, Niciboy, I have one more thing to show to you, bro.
Is this on stream, by the way, what you're showing me right now?
I don't know. Is it?
It is.
Wait. Ah, this is the last WCQ.
Okay, let's look at this. Look at Mordred. He's sexy, bro. Look at this. Turn the volume off, bro. Your voice is annoying. Okay. I love you. Look at this deck.
Yo,
Look at this deck,
wait.
guys. Okay,
before I think
least-
Mordred, can you add Sprite after this because people keep asking?
Right.
Okay, but let's do this first and then do that. It's fine.
Okay. Can we just ban the body spam and spot pieces? Can we fucking ban Appaloosa? Can we ban Appaloosa? Like, bro, this card has no existence in Yu-Gi-Oh! This
Appaloosa
card
needs to
does
go.
not. This card does nothing. Like, there's no point. There's no point of Appaloosa to stay in the game, bro. This card does not, like, fucking make good gameplay. This is garbage
so
gameplay, guys. You know what? Okay, now, hear me out, teammate. No. Now you shut the fuck up. I'm talking right now. Relax, bro. guys, hear me out, teammate. Yesterday I played.
It's Nicky
guys,
Boy stream now, guys.
Now it's my stream. Bro, I have to stream again, bro, because I would be dying on stream if I would talk about Snake Eyes. Guys, hear me out. Yesterday I was playing one of the worst decks I've ever played in my life. And you know why? Because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to have fucking fun. I was sitting in voice chat with like 5-6 guys of my team, right? And they were saying like, oh, what are we gonna look in for, like Meta Weekly? And then like, hey, let's play Snake Eyes, Fictinium, yeah, Snake Eyes, yeah. And I was like, damn, I wanna have fun. And then like Tirem Yara said, Nicky Boy, look at Ryuga. This deck is terrible. It doesn't do anything. I was like, lock me in, bro. I'm fucking in. And then I played this garbage deck, and you know what, guys? I had fucking fun. It was so fun because my cards did cool things, and like my endboard was like fucking breakable, and it was fun. But guys, can someone here in the chat say, I have fun with Snake Eyes? No one ever said that the last 6 months. Please, guys, out yourself, and I hope you get banned. I'm done. Look at this fucking deck list. Look at this. The deck that's on stream right now, Mordred is showing. Like, okay, at least it's Fire King. I like Fire King as an engine. That's okay. Like Fire King, okay. But the rest, bro, there was 1 Snash, 2 Poplar, 3 Bonfire, 1 OSS, and we hit every card. We hit Bonfire to 1, we hit OSS to 1, we hit Poplar to 1, and the deck is still the best in the room. Can Konami please ban Poplar? If Poplar is not there anymore, the deck is unplayable. Can we do that? What do I have to pay? What's the PayPal? What's the price I have to pay? Do I have to like give them my firstborn child? It's fine. I can do that. But can we just ban fucking Poplar? Can we do that? Is it possible, Konami? Because I'm gonna end my career soon. I'm telling you, I cannot do this anymore.
Okay, so I was about to say that like, I think Snake Eyes was fun until Finsmith dropped. I think Finsmith was the switch for me. I think hear me out. I think release Snake Eyes was actually fine-ish because they would do either Apollo or the Promethean Princess, right? But it's like they would sometimes, if they were on the synchro things, then it was like be more annoying. But like the more general like Snake Eyes play would be like like Apollo and Princess. Sure there was follow up, but the deck was like it was like relatively like more like acceptable, right? And then we got into Fire King, and I think Fire King is super cool, right? And then once we got to Finsmith, then I think the bullshit really just fucking hit the fan. Because then it's like, you'll play through every hand trap known to man. You will do like infinite fucking disruption. You will do very layered disruption. You can choose to play against everything you fucking want. Do you want to play against like fucking Nib? Do you want to play against the fucking Breakers with Desiree? Choose your fucking endboard, right? It's like the grind game became even more bullshit because of Finsmith, right? And it's like no matter how you fucking spin it, once Finsmith hit, I think that's when Snake Eyes became like pure bullshit. Do we agree with that sentiment?
Okay, I think so. Snake Eyes was fun on release because it was new. And I think that Snake Eyes engine as an engine, it is kinda fun. I think the problem with this deck always was and always will be, unless the engine dies, is that it can make Appaloosa effortlessly plus IP plus whatever. But I think that like the reasonable thing would be that like we had the first initial wave, we played the Fire King a little bit. I think after Worlds this year, 2024, last year, the deck should have just died. I think that should be it. Like we played it for the March DC, we played it for the WCQ, we played it for Worlds, and I think after Worlds they should just kill the deck and that's it. I don't think it was a good idea that Snake Eyes is the best deck when we have fucking Finsmith in the game. Like I think that the game would be much more diverse if we just never had Snake Eyes since Finsmith was released. I think that should be it. The same goes for Tempai. Tempai also stayed one format too long, but still shorter than Snake Eyes. Like it is, I don't know. It's just we're sick of this shit. Like we're sick of this. It's way too long, way too fucking long, man. It's a year. It's a fucking year, man.
So
it's year and a half. like after this month, it's gonna be a year and a half. By the time the next ban list is in effect, it's gonna be exactly 1 year and 6 months.
Yeah, and another thing is
I
that
think.
J3 says hot take. If you ban Apple, Snake Eyes is fine. You gotta ban Apple and Nightmare Griffin, and then yes, Snake Eyes is fine. I think, but there will be like something that you may have probably like kind of noticed. There's a certain pattern to this. Like, if we look at this, right, and then you go like, okay, so what is like beatable boards, and it's like, okay, so branded board is on the more beatable side, right? Blue Eyes board is on the more beatable side. Snake Eyes Finsmith, not Snake Eyes Finsmith. Finsmith Control is on the more beatable side, right? Punk board is beatable. Crystron board is beatable, right? They're strong boards, right? But they're beatable. But then it's like, okay, so what is unbeatable? Snake Eyes Finsmith, because it has fucking Apollo. Memento, because it has fucking Apollo, Mermel we're not gonna count because like the board is beatable, it's just the hand loop that's like annoying. But like hand loop aside, let's say you negate the hand loop, the board is very fucking beatable because it doesn't have fucking Apollo. Apollo is the common fucking enemy in all these fucking decks. Sprite board is beatable because there's no Apollo. Like Apollo,
Murasaki, I feel you.
Apollo is the big fucking villain of this shit. I swear to God.
I feel Murasaki because I wanna like after I crashed out, I was like in a Rocket League game now. I had to cool down a bit. I'm back. Murasaki, the thing is, I agree with you. I'm also a TCG player. So you have to imagine, like, you guys started playing Snake Eyes. When was it? 2023
Yeah.
or something? 2024?
Yeah.
I was Snake Eye. I was like living with Snake Eyes like longer, Like I was seeing that longer, like in every local, every regional. Bro, I was at Euros last year, and it was the Beatrice Snake Eye Fiendsmith format that we had in the DC Cup last time. Like that was the meta I had in the last European Championship, and it was unplayable. Like I can't see this deck anymore. Like the cool thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is that like you have every month you have like cool new cards, right? You have cool new cards you can work on, you can like maybe solve new deck lists, you can innovate, you can like change up your deck list, your play wise, you know what I'm saying? But with Snake Eyes, there is no innovation. It's always the same. You're gonna end on the same endboard as always. The only thing is gonna change is how you get to the same endboard. But like the endboard is always the same. So if you do it with Azamina cards, with Millennium cards, with I don't know, whatever was created in the last 2.5 years, it doesn't matter. It's always the same playstyle. It's always the same boring shit. The endboard is unbreakable. It can play 200 non-engine cards because it's a one-card combo all the fucking time. Every card is literally one-card combo. I just want Konami to like, guys. I know, like, I agree. It should be dying. I think it will die. I think because with the release of the new 2 best decks, I think they're gonna kill it. I hope. But I just like why I'm so mad about this is because I just don't understand it. Because it doesn't even make sense marketing wise. It doesn't make any sense like player wise. Because player like who enjoys this? You know what I'm saying? Like who enjoys this? And like I don't understand why it makes sense because TCG realized that. That's why I'm so mad because before I was like a main Master Duel player, I was playing TCG for like 10 years. And like Konami TCG, for example, they realized after at least 8 to 9 months that this deck is a problem. And the problematic cards are not like, oh yeah, Bonfire to 1. No, the problematic cards are, like you said, Appaloosa. Most Appaloosa is the important thing. So, and Konami TCG realized that. So I can't understand why the OCG, or especially the Master Duel section, can't understand that fact. I don't get it. Like they hit that deck. Like the problem that I have is like they know that the deck is a problem because they are hitting the deck every ban list, right? Like Popular to 1, Snake Eye Ash to 1, Bonfire to 1, OSS to 1. Maybe we get their Bellstar next to 1. So they know it's a problematic deck. But they can. Why don't they just kill it? Because it has been enough. It has been enough. Look at these cool decks we have on the list right now. Go to the tier list. Go to the tier list, please. I want to I want to prove my point to you guys. That's why I'm so mad right now. Can you go to the tier list on stream, maybe? So,
Yeah.
so if you open the tier list, guys, right? So and you take a look at these. It's not loading right now for me.
Wait. Okay.
Your stream is a bit
Yeah,
fucked, I
yeah.
think.
No, it's yeah. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So if you take a look at these decks, right? Like there are decks that have really cool ideas if you take away Like, let me explain it. Okay, so Crystron is a cool design deck. Fire King Pure is a cool design deck. Punk without Apo is also a cool design deck in my opinion.
I mean,
Fiends with Control
Punk
is a
doesn't
cool deck.
usually go Apollo, you know, unless you go like Finsmith lines for that. But it's not a very common thing, yeah.
Okay. So, good to know. So like Punk is a cool design deck. Sprite is nice. Like Tierlist has some nice points to it. Also Memento has some cool combos. It's a bit too strong in my opinion, but if they remove Apo from Memento, it gets a bit better. You know, Memento is also from design wise, like how the artworks look, how the decks plays.
Nah, okay, that one I'm calling cap. I dislike how
No,
Memento plays.
no, I
It's
think
fucking
unlike-
solitaire. It's fucking solitaire.
No,
Yeah,
it,
like
it
Snake
takes
Eyes, like-
it takes long, right? But like thing is that like the deck actually plays in a very fun way. You know, it has like pretty cool lethal lines. It has like a pretty like cool way to play the deck once you like pretty cool like
I mean, hear
end
me out.
board,
I'm
right?
having fun playing
The thing
Snake
is
Eyes
like
going second, you know?
But no, even going first, right? Thing is like you do your board, right? And it's like your turn to play, you know, like you take out Apple, right? Because Apple is just you end up with parties on the board, you do Apple. It's bullshit, right? Like basically just whatever extra you have, you make Apple, and it's like that's not fair, right? The thing is like you take out Apple,
Yeah.
and it's like the board is like you have Bone Party, you have to pop your own like level 8 to pop like 2 face-up cards on the field, you know, and that will trigger like trigger you to like reborn something, and then you add Witch, and then Witch will go into a fusion, which will search a maze for the steal, right? And then you'll have your pops, and then you try to like get as much value out of the pops as possible, you know, like the deck plays on both turns, but it has cool ways to play, you know. It's not press button, do thing, it's search, summon, you know, like all that kind of jazz, you know, which I think is like pretty neat, you know.
Yeah, and also what I wanted to say is, um, also like I realized that after yesterday, after I was like making the Ryuga deck, like if you take a look at the new decks in the new pack, right? It's like Mimigul, Ryuga, and what was the first deck? Crystron also, and what was Materiactor. Like these 4 decks, for example. These 4 decks are all like okay, except Crystron. The other 3 decks are unplayably bad. They're terrible.
Yes.
Like they're terrible.
Yes.
And you have to imagine that these cards get printed after Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is like one of the craziest deck I've ever seen, and Konami prints out like decks that can never exist in a meta where Snake Eye is the best deck. So I'm thinking, okay, but these new decks, they have actually cool playstyles. I think the Ryuga deck, I mean, yes, it's garbage, but I think the idea of the deck is kind of cool. I don't know, I think it's cool. And also the fucking Mimigools, I mean, I played it on my second account. It's kind of fun. Yes, it's garbage, I know, but it's fun, you know? Like, it has a cool idea behind it. I think it's a unique deck, you know? But these unique decks can't exist in a meta where this deck is the best deck, and that's my problem. Because I think the cool decks get fucking slammed because Snake Eye is obviously the best deck. And only toxic shit is like the best deck right now because other shit can't compete.
The thing is
You can
that
never win with Mimigul against
that
Snake Eye.
that has always been the case in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like when did they start printing a deck that competes with fucking tier, you know? Like they always do print like the good decks, you know, and then they always print the shit decks, you know. It's like, for example, like when Musketeer came out, right? Like it was shit, you know. It just happened that now it's like decent because of the fucking Finsmith, you know. But when Musketeer came out, it was shit, you know. There's so many.
I also think the
Yeah. Yeah.
I also think that the Fiendsmith engine as alone, like don't see Fiendsmith now as a Snake Eye engine, as a engine, like a pure Fiendsmith deck is a cool idea because it's like it can make some cool fusions, but it has like secured follow-up, you play for the long run. I think that's a cool design. I like it. Fiendsmith is a cool deck. Fiendsmith as an engine in Snake Eyes is garbage. I hate it. But as a pure deck, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Konami, like they have cool ideas and they print cool decks, but they have to kill the toxic shit faster to make sure that the decks that are actually cool get like a spot in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the moment in Master Duel, if you take a look at the last 3 DC Cups, it was always Snake Eye and Tempai. And guys, you know I love Tempai, but Tempai is also a terrible designed deck. That's the toxic shit I've ever seen in my life with Snake Eye. So like the top two decks that are so fucking toxic. Like, bro, that's not cool. I don't know. And when I look back at like all the formats, like I mean, yeah, in Master Duel, I started Master Duel 1 year ago, like that crazy competitively, okay? And like I think like before Snake Eyes, I kind of think everything was a bit cooler. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like that. Maybe it's also because I play TCG, and in TCG you have like 10 decks at the moment that can like play in the meta. Like in this meta right now, I don't think there are that many good decks, I think. That's the sad part, because like if even I feel forced to play Snake Eyes to go to Worlds, I think that's pretty sad. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel sad about this because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love Master Duel. I love the community tournaments. I love the DC Cup, for example. I love the format. I think that's cool. But if it's every time against Snake Eyes, I played 2 DC Cups in my life, right? 2 DC Cups. The last one where I got like third place, and the one before where I got like 30th place or something. And like I only played against Snake Eyes, to be honest. Like most of the time, it was like Snake Eye, Snake Eye, Snake Eye, maybe a Tenpai, like 2 Tenpais, and then Snake Eye, Snake Eye, Snake Eye. So I don't know. I think it's just sad in my opinion, because yes, last thing I'm gonna say. Yes, I think Meta Weekly is a terrible tournament. Like I think like the decks there, the players, like I think it's not a cool tournament, and I think the tier list and MDM is also trash. But the actually cool thing about Meta Weekly is that people have at least fun.
Yep.
Like they fucking register for Meta Weekly. They play the worst decks ever created, but you know what, guys? Actually, they have fun. You know, like they play this game for fun. They create a 60-card engine deck with like 2 hand traps. They don't give a fuck. You know, they don't give a fuck. They want to play. They love. You know, they love playing these decks, and that's cool. Yesterday, I was not meta sheeping. I was not tryharding. I was just playing a garbage deck, and I had like crazy fun. Yesterday was so funny for me. But like you can't do that in like DC Cup, you know. What is the deck you played, Nikki? That Tenpai. Because you didn't have much choices in the last DC Cups. Because 1, you play Snake Eyes. 2, you play the second best deck, which was Tenpai. Or 3rd, you play like a rogue strategy. But I want to go to Worlds, right? So I'm not aiming for top 100 anymore. I'm aiming for first place. I don't need a gold icon anymore. I don't need a silver. I don't need that. I want to go to Worlds. And that's the reason why I feel forced to play Snake Eyes. That's my problem. I feel forced to play this because it's so much better than everything else here. Like imagine if Snake Eye is gone. Like imagine, like look at this tier list and imagine, like just blank out Snake Eyes. Like just blank it out, and you see 5 decks where we talked about these decks with like an average of the same power level, right? You have like Blue Eyes,
Yes.
Mermaid, Memento, Branded. How cool would that format be if like you blank out Snake Eyes and then you have the 5 top decks? Yeah, some pro players are always complaining about like, having so much decks in the meta is not cool. It's
Yeah,
like
because
hard to
it's like
prepare.
it's hard to prepare. Yes, but
I get it. I get it.
okay. So
Yeah,
thing is
but
like
like
I've played in like DC Cups, you know, where it's been like very like but there's been like a lot of variety, right? I remember one of them was like there was a DC Cup where the best decks were Pearly, Dragon Link, Branded, Labyrinth, and I think something else. And it was so miserable to play against, right? Because like you would have like Ash against Pearly, which is whatever, right? But then it's like Ash would be really good against Labyrinth and Branded, right?
I have to walk.
And
I
then
have to walk my dog, by the way.
yeah, and then
Let me
it's
switch to phone. I have to walk my dog. One
yeah,
second.
and then it's like you will have Bestials against like Dragon Link and Branded, for example, but Bestials are ass against Pearly, right? And then it's like, okay, so Imperm would be good against Pearly, but it would be shit against Labyrinth. It was so miserable whenever you would see the decks of the opposite hand trap that you see, and it's like it is actually pretty frustrating as a pro player, you know, when you do run into those. So I it's not like I blame the people for saying that, you know, but like on the fun side, like for example, on at the very top level, if you don't mind the deck, like for example, if you do enjoy Snake Eyes, I think this is the best way. I think you always want to see like Snake Eyes best deck, and then everything else just whatever, right? Because you don't want to see too much variety, you don't want to prepare for too much, you know. You want to be like, okay, so I am very good at Snake Eyes, you know, like this will be my thought process, right? If I were to like have the time to try hard the DC Cup, right, or like WCQ, I would be like, okay, so this is the way. Like I want Snake Eyes' best deck, right? Because I know Snake Eyes. I'm very good at Snake Eyes, right? So I'm confident that if I play like 200, 300, 400, whatever games of Snake Eyes, you know, I know I'm confident I will outskill most of the people I run into, right? However, you know, like on the more fun side, you know, when I'm playing ranked, you know, where I'm just doing like rated, you know, rated, I don't give a shit about my rating because there's no actual like there's no actual benefit to it, you know. Like last month, you know, I did rated with punks and fucking branded, right? It's like just stuff, you know. So on that side, I want to see variety, right? Because there I care about the actually having fun. So I think that that's the difference between like having Snake Eyes best deck or having just a bunch of shit as best deck, you know? I always play what I want to Masters. Yeah, that's pretty much.
I have a terrible audio quality, by the way, because I'm
Yo,
walking.
chat, you know the shit is going down when I'm the most silent one. Like,
True,
you
true.
know the shit is going down.
Nah, but I hope that, like, guys, I have to explain it again. I hope you can understand
Yeah.
me. I'm working with that.
Okay, so like maybe it's time to wrap it up.
Do you guys hear me?
It's
Can you
it's
hear me? Hello?
we can hear you, but it's so miserable. You have no idea.
Me?
Oh, fuck.
Hello?
No,
Okay,
Nicky Boy,
give me
Nicky
1
Boy.
minute. I wanna finish my sentence.
I
Give me
can't
1
hear
minute.
him at all.
Before you wrap up, give me 1 minute.
You can't hear Nicky Boy at all. You can't hear Nicky Boy at all.
Yeah, I can't hear him. I cannot hear him.
No, I can't hear him, but his mic is he's actually speaking from microwave. Take the sock off the mic, real. They should kill Snake Eyes. I don't think they need to kill Snake Eyes after this. You know, it's like once Ryzel drops, I think it's like Snake Eyes can
No,
stay.
they need to do it. Trust me. Like if Snake Eyes still remains, like if Snake Eyes remains like this and never touched again, like even during Malice and Ryzel meta, it would still be a tier 2 deck. That I mean tier 2, tier 1.5. It would be like right behind those decks.
Can you hear me?
I just don't want to see it, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Like it's really time for it to be gone, man. Like even tier that like we are in like is here technically since release. Like it never really left the meta 100%.
Yes,
bro, you
yes.
still see it and you're
But
still like,
like,
bro, what the fuck? Like,
do
but, yeah.
do we do
Hello,
we?
can you hear me now, guys? Can you hear me now, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's a bit clearer now.
Okay,
Wait,
I just decided.
What have I done? I
took
cannot hear him at all. Give me a second.
Is it better now?
Yeah,
A bit?
it's better for me. It's better for me. But another thing is that like
Can I
like
say
realistically,
something
yeah,
about the last point?
just one thing, Nicky Boy. So one thing
Okay,
about that
okay, go
Mordred is like, do you really like start molding whenever you see what is it, fucking tier Lamento? Like, do you go like, oh my god, fucking tier, get this deck out of here, bro, I can't fucking live with this deck anymore, you know? It's like, it's kind of like, oh, it's whatever, it's tier, you know, like you will mold when they sack you, sure, but it's not like I'm like, I see tier and I fucking see red, you know? It's
Yeah, but Snake Eyes is going to leave such a mark on Master Duel like after it's gone that like every time you see it, you're gonna be like, hell nah, bro, hell nah. Like it's almost the same as it was with Zodiac back in the day in TCG, or like I don't know, something like Cosmo, for example, that was meta for a very long time, or Burning Abyss, I think is the best example.
oh wait,
like,
hold, Tralalero raid, wait.
Wait, I have to rejoin because I cannot hear Nicky Boy. I don't know what happened. Hello?
Hello?
Wait, one second. You were all in Tralalero range. So Laura, thank you so much for the raid. Where's the raid sound? Oh wait, there's no raid sound. Oh, I forgot because I muted the sound. Never mind. My bad. So there was no Tralalero song. It was just in my head. So just assume the Tralalero was happening. Okay. So Laura, thanks so much for the raid. L streamer, no, I had to mute it because like you guys need to hear the. Because I don't want like background sounds, but I want more than Nicky Boy to be heard. So yeah.
Can you hear me now, Mordred, or not?
Mordred, by the way,
Mordred can't hear me.
you may want to like try to rejoin the VC so you can hear Nicky Boy.
I tried. I cannot hear him. What's up?
Oh,
Doesn't even make sense, bro.
Mordred's brain
Did you
is
mute
just
me or-
automatically like blocking out Nicky. You know, it's like.
Did he mute me or something? I don't know.
Yeah, he's not even lighting up for me. What?
But I'm speaking, right? Can you? Mordred hears me, I think.
Nah. No, wait.
The
They-
ghost of Niciboy, bro.
Tell Nikki to leave and rejoin. I mean, I can hear Nikki, but I mean, yeah, sure. Nikki, try to rejoin.
Yeah, I got it.
Also, we're gonna have to
speaking?
we're gonna have to wrap up like soon-ish because like it is like 1:30 a.m.
Some
Oh.
people have real jobs. Okay, now I can hear you.
W.
Yeah. Okay.
What I wanted to say about all this is like I get that the DC Cup is like the most toxic experience you will probably have in Master Duel. I get that. But I like what I always hope is like that after this tournament, right? It's the most important tournament in the Master Duel community, like in general, you know. And I hope that Konami, after this WCQ, finally realizes that a lot of cool decks are still need to be solved. That a lot of cool decks and strategies need to be played, tested. But no one can do that in a competitive environment because Snake Eye is just dominating every tournament. So, in Meta Weekly does not like really show that, for example, because a lot of people do not want to play Snake Eyes every week for $10. You know what I'm saying? But guys, for example, in Challenger Cups,
For 10
there are
bucks.
so many Snake Eye players. There are so many Snake Eye players because there you actually get good prizes. You know, actually you get good prizes, and so people try to try hard, and they play Snake Eyes. So and I fucking hate that deck. So I think that Konami hopefully like realizes that this deck is a problem. And also, I'm gonna be honest, I hosted my own tournament, right? Like T2 Trials, right? I'm not gonna like advertise it now again, but like I did the first season, right? And I enjoyed that season, but the format was so garbage that like every week when like 3 versus 3 was happening, 4 of them played Snake Eyes. That's fucking horrible. I hate that. I mean, it's cool that we have like competitive players and like Ryan joined, Nash joined, Herman. Like we had crazy players and like we had good duels, bro, a crazy final. But the format was so garbage, and that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to create a world format only. Because I think world format only is like crazy because you can actually like discover new decks, play decks that like get shit on by Snake Eyes. You can actually play these because of the shared card rule. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, yes, they're gonna be one Snake Eye deck, yes. But like I think the world format makes everything a bit more wider. People can like play their shit. Maybe Ryuga can be played in this format. I don't fucking know.
I chill, Nikki,
Not the Ryuga.
Bro said baby Ryuga. Okay, buddy. Okay, so.
But you know what my point is, right? You know what my point is.
I get it. But something that I will say before
Okay.
before we wrap up though is like right now I'm just imagining, like Nicky walking his dog, and then his neighbor's just like, there's a crazy guy on the street just screaming at his phone, at 2 a.m.
But that's
Bro is
Germany,
just,
bro.
bro is
That's
out on the
Germany.
street. Bro is out on the street, crashing out, bro, at 2 a.m. Like that is insane.
They're gonna think he's in some kind of a cult, bro, like Snake Eyes. What the fuck? Imagine telling that to a non-Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
player,
like bro is like, what do you mean Snake Eyes, bro? Like what? They'll have the cops on, bro.
I
You
mean,
know?
bro, when my dog needs to take a piss, bro, I have to take responsibilities. You know, I have to do it.
True, fair.
So that's the point. But yeah, I hope like one last thing. I hope my arguments make sense because I don't want to say that my like arguments are the right way to think about Snake Eyes and Yu-Gi-Oh in general. But like that's my opinion about the game. You know, like I'm having a blast playing TCG at the moment. It's so much fun. And it's always so much fun to host tournaments, to play in tournaments, to like watch the people cook, and like it's so cool to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is such a nice game, but there are obvious problems, and I hope they can fix it, bro. I know they won't do it, but I'm always believing, right? I'm always like, can they please ban Apo Master Duel, please? I want to enjoy this game so much because I love it. I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like at home, from home, on my phone, when I'm with my girlfriend. I don't know, like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, but like it's so bad that there are like obvious problems that they don't fix. Like TCG did it. Like just copy them. Like come on. Like it's so sad. I'm so sad about this. I mean, yes, I crashed out when I'm 40. I'm crashing out, but actually, I'm a bit sad about that because I don't know.
First is anger, then is sadness, denial.
Yeah.
Seven
Because we
stages
all
of grief.
Because we all love Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
Okay, wait. Pesho said that's how people were being accused of being witches 300 years ago. They were crying about Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was meta
Yeah,
back. Snake Eyes was meta back then too, bro.
I mean, he's not wrong though. He's not wrong though.
But
So I hope after this, one thing. I hope after this WCQ, two things are clear. First, Niciboy goes to Worlds, okay? That needs to happen. And second of all, Snake Eye is dead, okay? Can we do that or not?
I think it only happens if Niciboy like wins invite and invites me to Worlds.
Okay.
Okay, but bro said bro said anything for Snake Eyes, bro. Anything for Snake Eyes gone. Bro's gonna like make bro's gonna win the invite and invite me and my dad just to see Snake Eyes gone, bro. Bro's like whatever you want, bro. Just Snake Eyes gone.
Bro, guys, can you imagine in chat that me and Mordred would go as a team to Worlds? I mean, you know me and Mordred, how we think about the game, right? Like, imagine we meet John Konami, bro, and we tell him our opinion about fucking Master Duel and Snake Eyes. Fucking
It's better if I don't meet him, bro. I will beat him up. I will get deported from France, bro. They're gonna proclaim me as terrorist in game, and they're gonna send it back to Serbia, bro. I'm done. Genuinely, bro. After me going to Worlds and meeting John Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't exist anymore, bro. Like they're gonna be scared for their lives.
Chat.
This is not a threat. This is not a threat.
This is Niciboy. This is Niciboy and Mordred meeting John Konami.
I don't see the meme, but I hope it's funny.
Shake your hand. I'm gonna shake your hand. I wanna shake his hand. I wanna shake his hand. I wanna shake his hand. You're pulling me off the fucking plane. I wanna shake his hand. That's all I wanna do. All I wanna do. You.
Real. That's my face.
That's Fadred meeting John Konami. But Niciboy, because you can see it, it's the the I wanna shake his hand meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the airplane. I want to shake his hand. That's you and Mordred meeting John Konami. Yeah.
That's so fucking true. That's so fucking true. And guys,
bro, 10 minutes in a room. That's all I want. That's all I want. I would trade 5 years of my life for 5 minutes in room with a person who decides that Maxi stays legal every fucking ban list, bro.
You know what?
5 minutes just to ask him few questions, bro. Me, electric chair, and him. Just to ask him a few questions.
Electric chair, by the way.
In game.
No, but I agree. Can I say something like other game related? For example, in Hearthstone, right? Like I played Hearthstone for like 3.5 years, right? Like earlier, like 2016 or something. I played Hearthstone, right? And for example, when they released the ban list, right, or like a change in the meta, or like anything, they were always like pointing out, okay, for example, we put that card from like 5 mana to 7, and then they wrote like 5 sentences. Why? Why can't we get that? Why can't they explain why they put OSS to 1 and like why can't we have any interaction between us and Konami? I don't get it.
That is actually very good. That is actually a very good point. Like that would actually make like so much more sense, But then again, like I feel like yeah, that's the thing. Like they can't actually explain it because like what they gonna say? We can't hit Snake Eyes because like we want to sell the deck a bit more. Like what are they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like. But
What do you mean to beat a bit more, bro? What do you mean a bit more? Like I'm dying to dismantle Snake Eyes core, not get more Snake Eyes cards.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. Like I'm just trying to like go through the logic here, right? But yeah. Also, Murasaki is asking Niciboy if you'll be there for the EU WCQ in Berlin.
Yes,
he will be.
I am there, bro.
Okay.
We can meet if you want, bro. I'm there. I'm gonna lock in with Mitsurugi right here, bro. I'm down. I'm locked in, Funny story.
Niciboy on feature as.
Funny story. I'm gonna tell it now on stream. I was judging a regional, right? In a TCG regional. I was head judge, right? In like a near town. And I was picking featured matches, right? Because like one game was always streamed. And for like round 4 or round 5, I was like walking through the room and I was like checking what guy we could take. And I was like, okay. And there was one guy with a Master Duel playmat. With like a Challenger Cup playmat. And I was like, damn, okay, I probably know that guy because most likely I will know him. So I grabbed him and I was like, yo, do you want to do a featured match? And he was like, yeah, why not? And then I put him to the table, and it was Murasaki, and I didn't know that. How should I know? And then somehow, like, he said something in the way of like, "Aren't you the racist Niciboy?" But he meant like he meant like rescue ace, you know. And I was like, "How do you mean that? Can you explain, please?" Because I was a bit afraid, bro. I was like, "What does he mean, bro? What?" And then we like
You
talked,
know,
and that was actually nice. That was actually nice. And for example, like this regional was so fucking cool. It was like 200 decks, bro. Like TCG events are so cool, bro. And I hope they can fix Master Duel because Master Duel is also so much fun. I fucking love this game, and I'm out, bro. I'm out.
Bro,
You can
yo,
wrap it up.
I can just imagine like some black guy, like 7 feet tall, big buff guy, you know, and he goes like to Niciboy, like, yo, aren't you the racist Niciboy? Like, I just want to imagine Niciboy that scenario, bro. Bro's like, hey, yo, bro's gonna fucking run for his life. Little does he know.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember this.
But yeah,
Murasaki's a legend, bro.
Okay.
I think we can end it there. It is all.
Yeah.
It is like closing in on 2 a.m. I am dying as we speak. You know, like I. Can you explain that a bit at that pace?
Yeah, bro. I mean, what is he referring with racist? I mean, I hope he means racist.
Yeah, but like somebody posted like, can you explain that a bit at the Tobey Maguire crying face?
But you know, like Murasaki's beefed up in real life. You know, like he's fucking beefed up, bro. If I say something wrong, he's gonna slap me. You know, he's fucking killing me. So like, that's the point. You know.
Is he beefed up though? Is he?
Murasaki's a beautiful, beautiful man. Yeah, he's beautiful.
Yeah, I do know he's beautiful. I sleep with him every what? Huh?
And he was
cheating.
And he was actually 5-0, bro. At that regional, Murasaki was like 4-0. He was killing with blue eyes, bro. And then he got a bit unlucky, but bro, he was cooking the first 5 rounds. I remember this. He was cooking. So he's my goat. He's my fucking goat.
Cheating is
Okay,
crazy.
I really got the dip. So
Yeah.
07 shots.
We all
WBBC.
we all do, bro. WBBC. It was a crazy BBC with like Mordred and Nikki. Thank you for the BBC, Mordred.
Thank you for hosting. I'll see you later, bro.
Bye.
07.
07 Mordred.
Alright. Any last words, Nicky boy?
Yeah, it was a cool stream. I love podcasts, bro. I think it's cool that we do that every 2 weeks. I enjoy that. I enjoy just talking with you guys. I think it's fun. I don't read the chat like the last 20 minutes, but it's so nice having people that actually watch this. And also, I get so many questions that I should stream again. I will stream again. But trust me, guys, I'm putting so much work into going into Worlds and like preparing for the format, and you know. So yeah, that's the thing. And also, I think we should invite like also other guests.
Yeah. I will add other guests. Like Murasaki is asking, like he wants to be on for. I mean, we can have Murasaki for next time. I'm down.
Yeah, sure. Take Murasaki. We can also get like some T2 members, maybe April, Abo or something. I don't know.
Sure. I would love to see you and Abo go at it again for branded. You know, add you in on stream friendly. Pesho, you are the last person getting on this podcast, bro. Come on, like.
That's true. He's not getting in here, bro.
Bro, like I add Pesho here, bro, with you. Like I know the whole talk is gonna be like about like how you always beat him in Meta Weekly, bro.
Pesho, you can join the podcast when you beat me once in your life, okay?
True. So we're safe for a while, you know. We are safe for a while.
like in 5 years, maybe when I retire or something. Yeah. You can join.
Add me, Earl. There's no blacks. Oh, so we gotta add like Dino for like race diversity, I guess. You know.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah. Thanks so much, Stop, for hopping on, Nicky boy. You know, always love you. You know.
I got you, bro. Yeah, guys, it was fun. See you in 2 weeks, I think, right? 2 weeks?
Wait, let me give a shout out to both Nicky boy and.
Are we doing it in 2 weeks again, or when do we do it?
Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Guys, last thing I want to say, don't forget to sign up on T2 Trials, by the way. World format. Don't forget World format,
Remember?
T2 Trials.
Right
we have already secured 13 or 14 teams. We have 14 teams pre-registered at the moment. So secure your spots. Just write me or Kidart, send me your team logo, send me your roster, PayPal me or Kidart the entry fee, and then you're fucking in. I think the season gonna be a lot fun, like a lot more decks gonna be seen, and you will find the team soon, bro. Like if you don't have a team, for example, there is like general chat that's looking for teams.
There's
You
looking
can
for
ask the
team.
leaders directly. For example, like the teams that got posted right now, maybe they are still like looking up for some people. Just hit the leaders up, like the co-leaders, the leaders, hit them up, like tell them, yo, I'm like this guy, I play these and these decks. Would you mind picking me up? And I think a lot of guys will just pick you up and like have fun with you, because I think this season is going to be a fun season. Like a lot of fun decks, a lot of like crazy new decks, right? Like not that meta sheep shit.
Like for example, right
Gonna be
here,
fun, I
like
think.
just case in point, you know, like LBF is on like what 10 players right now. You know, it's like you know, if you ask them, they definitely have spots. You know, so they could let you in. You don't know.
Yeah, just ask them.
Yep.
They're all nice people. Just ask them, and just use the looking for team, looking for a member channel. Just right there, and someone will put you in your team, bro. Like that's gonna happen. I know that. That's how I became. Like Abo wrote me a DM, like, "Yo, Niciboy, you wanna join T2?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And then I got fucking in. So like, it's gonna happen, you know, guys.
That's how Abo go. That's how Abo got into what. That's you know, like there's you know, that's how most people got into teams. You know, it's like
Yeah. So don't forget to sign up, guys. It's gonna start in 1 month, I think, exactly 1 month, and it's gonna be a crazy season. And that's all for me today. Thank you for having me, Earl. I love you.
I
And
love
thank
you
you
too,
guys
bro.
for listening to me crashing out.
Yeah,
Crashing out is always fun.
it is.
So guys, 07 guys,
Right.
we see you.
Alright,
Bye bye.
see you. But that will be it for the GBBC episode 5, boys. It was a lot of fun. You guys are all fucking amazing. Epic shout out to Mordred and Niciboy for stopping by. Epic shout out to everybody for being here. I will see you all in 2 weeks again for the next GBBC episode, which, you know, we will have the post WCQ thoughts. No, because like it will be like the weekend after WCQ, which is the fun part, right? So we'll have the epic WCQ thoughts. We'll have maybe like leaks on decks or something. We'll have like coverage. We'll have a lot of stuff. I'm epic too. I love you all. I love you all. You guys are all amazing. We were like crazy on views today, right? So anyway, thank you all so much for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next GBBC. Bye bye.